Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call Ghost.
Excuse me. Jesus Christ. What's going on, folks? Thank you very much. I don't mean to sound like Alex Jones in between an interview here, but I'm running late. Anyway, folks, I was in the middle of a damn sirloin sandwich when I realized I had a show to do here. Excuse me. Anyway, folks, Jesus Christ. Engineer, why don't you give me a better time frame here? Why don't you give me one of these or something? Anyway, folks, what's going on, folks? And thank you very much for tuning in with me. I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, I want to thank you very much for tuning in. This is episode number 430, number 430 for all the folks that are tuning in and keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. You know, look, a word of advice, don't try to scarf down a big-ass sirloin steak in like the matter of 5 minutes. I feel that the freaking T-bone, or should be, it's a sirloin, it was a sirloin steak. It was an Angus sirloin steak. Huge son of a bitch. Put that on some French bread, and I scarfed that down within 5 minutes, and I believe that the majority is lodged within the region of my sternum. So if it sounds like I may be a little uncomfortable, that may be it, for Christ's sake, man. That may be it. Let me go ahead and take a drink of something here. What an odd way to start the show. I'm embarrassed. I feel like I'm Alex Jones here. I mean, have you ever seen Alex Jones in an interview? I mean, I don't blame the guy. I mean, the guy, aside from his egomania and, him ripping me off, the guy's like always working. So, you got to be hogging. You got to be putting energy into the machine so that you can do this stuff. I mean, folks, this is my routine here. I right before the show, I try to have something to eat so I can be fueled for 3 hours of broadcasting history. And, unfortunately, time caught up with me. I got a little too relaxed. I was watching the news, kicking back, having some me time, which I don't really get very often. I'll tell you that right now. Anyway, the bottom line is I want to start off by saying sorry for this weird Taco Tuesday start off. And before we get into anything, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. I'm not joking around, man. I feel like this freaking sirloin sandwich is lodged in my sternum. I had to just scarf it down, for Christ. I got a little too comfortable. But I got to calm my ass down. I mean, Jesus, I almost feel like I could burp the whole damn sandwich up and literally, I'm not joking around. Don't rush yourself from eating. I have a whole new respect for these competitive eaters now. You know what I mean? You know, these idiots that just could just shovel damn food down their gullets like garbage disposal. I think that's a newfound respect. I can tell you that right damn now. Anyway, folks, let me stop the bantering. I already, went in and, discombobulated the beginning of this broadcast. It is a Taco Tuesday. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and get right into the markets because it was a helter-skelter day on the markets, and not to mention the lack of volatility in some of these stocks is just unbearable. It's unbearable because I'm telling you, folks, right now you can tell that the investors in the equities markets don't know what the hell to put their money in. They don't know what the hell to put their money in. That's why you're seeing, erratic behavior going against traditional financial fundamentals. We're seeing the dollar slip today, which at first constituted a slip in equities, and then we started seeing equities rise today, and then they went down at the end of the day, which made no effing sense. And I'm telling you this right now, folks, this pattern, is eerily similar to what I saw in 2008 and 2009. So February is a date that I am definitely looking forward to because it could mean one of two things. It could mean that it could be the apex of the actual crash of the market, meaning that we'll start seeing like 300, 400, 500-point drops on a consistent basis. That's what we saw in February of 2009. Or it's going to be a gradual decrease and then an eventual crash because of the 4 scheduled interest rate hikes that are being called by the Federal Reserve. So this is a weird time right now to be an investor. I'll tell you that right now. And you can definitely tell in the markets today how erratic it was, to say the least. So let's just go ahead and get to the stocks. And if you've been trading today, you'll know what I'm discussing. You'll know what I'm talking about. Very weird, erratic behavior in the investment community today. And, I mean, I'm getting tired of this. What I want now is I want whatever tax code that we're going to adopt, whatever financial and economic path we are going to lay down ourselves as a country, we need to hurry up and do so. There's 9 days left in this goddamn Obama's administration, and Jesus Christ, isn't this the slowest time ever? I want this guy over with. I want him to be a bad memory. I want Obama to be a black mark on American history, no pun intended. I mean, you couldn't get a more anti-American president in American history, all right? I mean, you couldn't get more anti-American president in American history, period. 9 days left, for Christ's sake, man. Isn't he supposed to have some farewell party? Huh? Isn't he supposed to have some farewell party tonight, invite all the celebrities and all that crap? Hey, isn't there a list? Didn't somebody like the Washington Post put out a list today of all who's going to attend and all this other nonsense? You know what? We need to boycott. We need to protest. We need to troll these people that are on this list. These people that are on this list celebrating tonight with Barack Obama are a contributing factor on why we are in the precarious situation that we're in today. Race relations has been thrown back 60 years. The black community has been thrown back politically, socially, and economically 60, 70 years. We are a joke on the world stage. We've got every world power thumbing their noses at us. We don't even know how to take care of our elections anymore, according to this administration. Russia are now super hackers. I mean, what the hell has happened to this country? Folks, that's why I came back this past March 2016. That's why I'm going to continue to broadcast, because this fight is not over. I mean, we've got opposition, and I'm talking about those of us on the Trump train. We have opposition both on the Democrat and the Republican side. Now, I don't mean to get too political this early in the show, but I'm glad to hear Donald Trump today respond to the discombobulated mess that the 115th GOP-dominated Congress is making out of attempting to repeal and replace Obamacare. I discussed this yesterday, and I said, what a joke, what a damn joke that this damn GOP, it's not even a weekend, these guys are already making jackasses out of themselves. And the reason is, folks, is because we won the presidency. We technically took control of the Republican Party, but we've got these establishment, these elders that are out here trying to utilize rules and their authority to thwart Donald Trump to assert themselves and their importance and their prominence within the party. And that's why those of us that are in the sidelines right now, we need to stop bickering. And I'm talking to those that are, not only on the right wing of the political spectrum. I talked about this yesterday. Those of you that are left of center, those of you that are Democrats but aren't some progressive leftist lunatic that doesn't believe in race hustling for the sake of one's own party gain, one who actually believes that, yeah, you may have left-leaning social tendencies, but you want to see the progress of America, and you are not anti-American. The reason I brought this up yesterday is because the Democratic Party is wide open for you left of center folks. Wide open. Because look at the gross incompetence that the Republican establishment is already conducting themselves in the 105th Congress. Or 115th Congress, excuse me. They're obnoxious. It's ridiculous. We need, at least, and for America's sake, we need some level-headed voices on the left that are left of center. Left of center in that they can rally those that actually help Trump win the election. Because let's be honest, the reason Trump won the election is because Hillary Clinton, the whole Democratic Party went socialist, leftist nutbag. And those that were in the middle, left of center, those that believe in certain social liberal policies and perspectives, and those that agree with certain levels of social welfare to a certain extent, so on and so forth, these people were left out. I'm talking about the working man's, working woman's Democrat. They were left out, and they were the ones that helped Donald Trump get elected president. I mean, even Van Jones and his race-peddling ass even acknowledged this a couple of times on his two-bit TV show. Working-class, white American, left-of-center Democrats voted for Donald Trump because this leftist progressive politics left them behind. And now that the leftist progressive politics has pretty much made the Democrats almost nullified, at least in this election cycle, these people are going to go back to the same thing? It is wide open for young blood that are left of center and that aren't disconnected from America and that are not word splitters. And I mean, I'm talking to you left of center young people that maybe aren't alt-right, maybe aren't completely on board with the right wing's agenda. I understand that. That's what America is about. But what our political system does for those of us that are conducting politics in civil society, it allows us to be able to engage with each other in a debate on a national scale. And we utilize the voices of people that may be favorable to our political persuasion in the media, whether it be voices that are politically favorable to our perspective in politics. Either way, the debate goes on, and we have to convince those of us that are politically active, that legitimately take our political responsibility seriously. We have to convince these people whether or not they should vote this way or that way. It is a battle of ideas. And once we start allowing progressive leftist politics, and even the extreme right, folks, and we're going to talk about the extreme right here in a little bit, we can't allow our political spectrum to go completely berserk and go completely right, all the way right and all the way left. The essence of our country, somewhere within the middle, right of center, left of center, some a little bit more right than others, some a little bit more left than others, but the modus operandi of every politically active American citizen, whether left or right, should be for America. It should be for the progress of our country. Because we're in a precarious situation. I mean, listen, the reason I'm harping on this right now so early is because I cannot believe that we still have people that actually think that this progressive, leftist, race hustling, social justice warrior, agitating with no action, is going to somehow advance their political perspective amongst the social strata of our country. But they realize it isn't. So they're utilizing tactics that is very eerily similar to those of extreme communist countries, extreme communist takeovers. And we can't allow that as civil society. That's why I suggested that we may, and I'm preparing people right now, we may see executive action being put forth by Donald Trump. And let me tell you, you leftists, you progressives that are going to take the brunt end of this executive orders, these executive actions, you need to look in the mirror and realize that you allowed Barack Obama to do whatever he wanted to do, bypassing Congress, bypassing any kind of law. Many a times he bypassed his level of authority or the compartmentalized levels of authority. I mean, this man has disregarded everything, and Obama has set the precedent to unilaterally sign executive orders to make laws that otherwise Congress wouldn't make or do actions that Congress wouldn't let him take. And I'm warning you, you leftists, you extreme leftist, pathetic, social unrest, agitating pieces of trash. It's you people that are going to cause executive action to allow you people, because listen, I speak, I believe, for both left of center, right of center, and the center of civil society. We can disagree with ourselves politically. When we start getting violent with one another, when we start agitating on one another, when we start making each other afraid to take a certain political stance, that is not freedom. That is coercion. That is communism. That is socialism. That is un-American. That is un-Westernly. That is anti-enlightenment. That is anti-forefathers, man. And I don't care if you're of the right or the left. If you do not appreciate the values of the American way, then I don't believe that you should be a part of our country. You shouldn't be a part of our society. Whether you're in the extreme right or the left. I want to get back to civilized society, the rule of law. And we're going to talk about Jeff Sessions and his, what a circus sideshow the Democrats pulled on Jeff Sessions. But we're going to talk about that in a little bit. I loved his opening statement when he talked about the rule of law and no one being above the law being an emphasis in his tenure as top cop, attorney general at the Department of Justice. We need to start coming back to our senses and realizing that America is nothing without the rule of law. America and civilized society is nothing without the rule of law. And let me tell you, the rule of law helps everybody. Case in point, openly gay, openly lesbian, transgendered couples. I mean, I have never seen a safer place in the world. Maybe there may be a couple of other places isolated in the world, but in America, for the most part, these individuals can go out, hold hands, be publicly open about their relationship, and I would never thought I'd ever see that in my life. But that just goes to show you that America's social acceptance and the debate therein has gone that direction. The problem is that the organizational movement of the LGBT, the ones that helped get gay marriage, the ones that helped get openly gay couples in public arenas, those people got tons of donations, tons of money, and now that everything has pretty much come to fruition, everything they were fighting for has come to reality, what else do they have left? Well, folks, you're seeing what's happening. Folks, LGBT now is trying to co-opt the black community, and that's why they're utilizing Black Lives Matter to do so. And for you black folks that don't want to see this, that just goes to show you, with all due respect, why you're being led around by white people in blackface, or, with all due respect, quoting the vernacular of the internal urban demographic itself, light skins.
Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit MBUSA.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
And I'm not trying to be condescending. I am being real here, and you need to take notice of this. But the LGBT movement is now co-opting the black community. I have seen many times at these Black Lives Matter protests, I have seen signs in pictures that state gay is the new black. Gay is the new black. Can you believe this? And on top of that, folks, and then I'm going to move on to the markets. I'm sorry to get so political in the beginning of the broadcast here. But on top of that, I personally am witnessing right before my eyes the LGBT trying to justify child pedophilia, trying to desensitize, the American public into sexualizing young children. And they're utilizing the guise of LGBT acceptance to justify the legal pedophilia of children. Case in point, I have been reading a lot of articles about transgendered activists that are 8 years old, or transgendered children that are being kicked out of the Boy Scouts because they're not the right gender. I mean, I am witnessing all this at ages from 6 to 10 years old. I mean, I've even read in some cases in Europe where there's a 5-year-old kid with glasses saying that, holding a sign that my son is gay and I love him and all. I mean, are you kidding me? How in the hell do you know you're gay from 5 to 10 years old? How the hell do you know that unless you've been molested? How the hell do you know this? Have we gone insane? Have we gone mad? Folks, this is where the LGBT movement has gone, and that's why if you like the sexual orientation of being a homosexual, lesbian, transgendered, bisexual, that's great. You have your pick now. I mean, it's a meat market for you people now. It's so open that now it's obvious that, what we've now deemed straight can go either way. Everybody's a trisexual now. They'll try everything, all right? It's a trisexual America. But, man, when you idiots start going towards this pedophilia route, that's where you start making an enemy of me. Let me tell you, I am not against anybody's sexual orientation, but the movement of the LGBT has to not only be called out, but has to be literally exposed for the pro-pedophilia group that they are. And that's all there is to it. Listen, I'm already talking too much in the first hour. I need to be talking about stocks here. So let me go ahead and get to the stock market. Now, before I go off keister, I want to remind everybody that today was a really weird day in the market. We saw it decrease, then we saw it increase, then we saw it decrease again. It just goes to show you that the investors in this investment community really don't know their ass from their elbow, and they don't know where to put their money. I mean, when the investors don't know, and these are guys, and let me tell you, this is a stock market that's ran by guys that are supposed to be professionals here. These are guys on Wall Street that are supposed to be getting paid millions of dollars because they're supposed to know this crap. And just by the activity on all markets, you can tell that they don't know their ass from their elbow. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue here. Let's go to the Dow Jones Industrial today. The Dow was down today 31.85 points, a percentage decrease of 0.16%. Closing out the Dow at 19,855.53 points for the Dow Jones Industrials. It's gradually going down, man. I'm telling you, now we're at 19,855. That's a little bit backwards from the 20,000 that everybody's been trying to circle jerk for. But even if we were to hit 20,000, what's justifying this? Can somebody from Wall Street call me right now, or maybe later on, and try to justify to me what exactly is inflating this ridiculous market that's justifying almost touching, if not touching, 20,000 Dow Jones Industrials? Can you lay out the fundamentals for me and tell me that, well, we've got this company with a dramatic amount of profits on a consistent basis, and we've got this company over here not only having profits, but a forecast going out in the future that's going to talk about consistent profits on a 25% quarterly basis or something like that. I don't see it, folks, and as I stated, it's just a matter of time before this damn market contracts, and that's what I'm waiting for. Because I want dirt cheap, blue chip, dividend-based stocks. That's what I want, and I want it now. So hurry up and crash this thing. It's fool's gold right now. What's happening in the market right now is fool's gold. Please heed my warning. And if you have a 401k or retirement or a portfolio, cash out just some of it. Just a little bit of it, just so that you can have some cash and say, well, at least I cashed out a quarter of my, retirement. At least I'm sitting on cash. At least I'm capitalizing. Whatever losses I'm taking for the remainder of the 75% of my portfolio that I didn't sell off, I can offset by reinvesting into blue chip and dividend-based stocks. Do you get what I'm telling you? Anyway, let me continue going. S&P 500 unchanged today. Take a look at the chart between the Dow and the S&P, almost identical. Almost identical. Unbelievable. Anyway, S&P closed the day unchanged, closing out the day at 2,268.90 points for the S&P 500. We've got the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ was up today 20 points, a percentage increase of 0.36%, closing out the NASDAQ at 5,551.82 points for the NASDAQ composite. Now, what's keeping the NASDAQ up is some of the tech, but a lot, and I've been seeing it on the big board every morning, a lot of pharmaceutical companies. And I like to remind everybody, pharmaceutical companies are very fickle to day trade with. You could, see choppy waves and dips, and then all of a sudden it just kind of levels out, if not decreases. Very fickle pharmaceutical stocks. And the reason is because there's so damn many of them. There's so many of them. But when you hit, you can hit big. It's one of those kinds of markets, the pharmaceutical market. If you hit, you can hit big. You could be holding a share that today could be worth about anywhere from $2 to $5, and because they're going to get one of their trials bought out, or they themselves are going to be bought out, or they themselves get news that one of their drugs is actually going into the next phase or going to market. You could see a $5 share go to $50 within like 2 to 3 months, and that's what's so weird about the pharmaceutical equities market. If you're If you follow that market intently, you could possibly make yourself some serious capital, but it's fickle. Remember, it's a fickle market. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to commodities, folks. Now, we did see a slight slip in the dollar, so that means that we should see a certain level of increase in commodities. Well, you take a look at energy. Nope. Energy continues to fall, folks, and the reason it continues to fall is because OPEC, nobody trusts these people. And people are overproducing, even though OPEC signed this deal. I'm telling you, we may be seeing the nullification of OPEC as an organization. I mean, if they can't do what it used to. Because back in the day, folks, I mean, once OPEC said it was cutting production, it would cut production, and you'd see these damn energy prices go up. I mean, without a doubt. But now that OPEC can't control its member states and its oil producers within its cartel, I mean, what kind of credibility do they really have? I mean, seriously, so I think that's being reflected in the market, and we saw decreases yesterday in energy. We saw it today again. WTI sweet crude is down today $1.18. $1.18, a percentage decrease of 0.27%. Jeez. Oh, God. Closing out WTI sweet crude at $50.78 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. We've got Brent crude also down today, $1.34, a percentage decrease of 2.44%. Jesus Christ. I mean, 2+% on consecutive days in oil. Pretty bad, folks. Anyway, closing out Brent crude oil at $53.60 per barrel of Brent crude oil. Gasoline also down today, 1.06% decrease on the day for gasoline. But feast or famine natural gas, what the hell's going on over there? Natural gas is up today, 5.38% increase on the day for natural gas. Let me tell you, I've been talking with some of the investors that reside in the inner circle, and they actually play natural gas. They play natural gas through the ETF markets. And what they do, and this is a strategy that they did. As a matter of fact, I think it was who gave me the strategy. I forgot who told me. I'll say it tomorrow. Whoever told me this, but they suggested that they make plays based upon if the market tanks in natural gas, because as we stated, it's feast or famine in the natural gas commodity. So when it starts tanking and you see it down 5%, see it down 8%, see it down 10%, that's when you want to start looking for an ETF that coincides with the rise of natural gas so that you can capitalize on these upswings of 5-10% increase. So, when you start seeing dramatic decreases in natural gas, a potential play, and these are plays that could happen within a span of a week, within a span of a few days. I mean, these are one of those plays that you could, potentially do outside that whole limit of the day trading rule. So that's a very, very good suggestion by, a couple of members of the inner circle who actually play this commodity. They go in when everybody's going out, just like, Warren Buffett, just like, old Ghost says, buy low, sell high. They hold the ETF, and then these upswings. And we've been talking about these upswings, man. We've seen natural gas go as high as like 10% in one day. So that's a pretty good way to play natural gas and the helter-skelter, feast or famine situation that goes on in that commodity there. Very, very good advice. Anyway, we've got heating oil today down. 1.69% decrease on the day for heating oil. Let's get to metals, shall we? The metals! Let's get to the goddamn metals! We've got gold up today, and it was up modestly. Gold was up $2.70, a percentage increase of 0.23%, closing out gold at $1,187.60 per troy ounce of gold. Silver also up modestly. It was actually a pretty weird day in the silver markets today, but still ended up closing out on the plus side. up 14 cents, a percentage increase of 0.85%, closing out silver at $16.83 per troy ounce of silver. Copper, folks, copper was on fire today in the metal sector. It ended up closing out up 2.82% increase on the day for copper. We've got platinum. Platinum was up modestly today, 0.15% increase on the day for platinum. Let's go ahead and get to the agriculture commodity, shall we? Now, as I look on the board on commodities, because the dollar did slip, we do see it reflected in the commodities, which, once again, at least shows an element of financial fundamentals. Now, let's go ahead and get to them. Grains. Now, corn, we're seeing some sell-offs because during the times that we saw some decreases in commodities, corn was always up. So you're going to see some sell-offs today, and that's exactly what we see. It is down 0.49% decrease on the day for corn. Wheat, modest sell-off today on wheat. It is down today, 0.12% decrease on the day. Oats is up today, 0.44% increase on the day for oats. We've got rough rice down modestly, 0.15% decrease on the day. Who else do we have? We've got soybean. Soybean up today, 0.85% increase on the day for soybean. Soybean oil up 0.42% increase on the day for soybean oil. Canola is up 0.16%. So once again, lots of grain going on in the commodities because of the dollar slide today. And, of course, we were going to see the dollar slide. We've been seeing all-time highs of the son of a bitch. I mean, give me a break. Well, not all-time highs, but 14-year highs, which is, you know, it's a long time, to be honest with you. 14-year highs. I mean, I remember those days, man. The dollar went a long way back then. And, of course, the further back you go in time, it goes even further. But let's not digress here. Let's get to the soft, shall we? Cocoa. We saw some decreases for the past couple of days in cocoa, finally starting to bounce back up 1.05% increase on the day. Coffee.
Hey, dude, just don't talk to me. Don't talk to me unless I have my coffee, dude. Just don't talk to me.
Shut up, you stupid hipster fruit, and take your goddamn tight-legging jeans that show your anal camel toe out of here, you star-cucks-loving fruit. Sorry, attention breaker had to be done. Anyway, we've got coffee up today, 2.43% increase on the day. I mean, I can only imagine how much coffee is going at Starbucks, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we got sugar. Sugar is up today, 0.29%. OJ finally starting to see some pickup here. It is up 1.98% increase on the day for OJ. We've got cotton up 0.27% increase on the day for cotton. We've got lumber up 0.16% increase on the day for lumber. And look at rubber. Rubber is up 2.61% increase on the day for rubber. I'm telling you, is it something in correlation with the holidays that brings the cost of rubber up? I'm not sure. I don't follow this commodity too well. But we're seeing increases as the holidays approach forward. Is it because prophylactics are actually being used to prevent any kind of, well, never mind. Anyway, let's go to livestock, shall we? Oh, wait a minute. Ethanol. Ethanol is down today, folks. Ethanol is down 1.38% decrease on the day for ethanol. Let's get to livestock. Now, folks, the days of possibly very, very inexpensive beef are going to possibly come to an end here, folks, because everything in livestock is up today. Let's go ahead and get to live cattle. Live cattle, folks, is up 2.57% increase on the day for live cattle. 2.5% increase on the 2.57% increase on the day. I mean, I was having a ball, to be honest with you, with all the damn inexpensive beef. I mean, I had a damn I had an Angus sandwich today right before the damn show. Man, it was a humongous SOB. We got that for a couple of bucks, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm not joking around. I mean, the beef is inexpensive out here in Texas, man. Anyway, we've got cattle feeder, folks. Cattle feeder is up. 3.59% increase on the day for cattle feeder. So, once again, cattle should be going up because aside from the actual cattle itself going up, what we feed the cattle is going up. So, here in the next couple of months, we're going to see some, well, maybe not even a couple of months, maybe here in the next couple of weeks, depending on if we see consecutive increases in these commodities in the next several days, we should be seeing it possibly next week reflected in your grocery bill. So keep an eye on that, folks. That's why I go over these commodities so that, hey, if today you're hearing, hey, well, beef prices are going up, I better load up on any kind of beef that could be on special to kind of offset any kind of cost that, you know, you may have to incur if you wait and purchase meat at higher prices. This is how you got to think of it as a capitalist, baby. I'm just saying. I'm planting seeds out here. Anyway, we got lean hog. Lean hog. Baby, what have I been telling you about lean hog? Huh? Anyway, lean hog is up 2.04% increase. Good God. 2.04% increase on the day for lean hog. I hope those of y'all, I know there are a couple of you that purchase some ETFs in conjunction with lean hog, and I think one of you guys tweeted at me asking me if you should, you know, sell off about a month ago, and you're like, you know, I made about 11%, but I'm thinking about selling. I'm like, hey, hold on, hold your horses there, boy. And I'm sure they're glad they held on to that particular, just easy money. Easy money. Anyway, folks, before I get over with the markets, I'd like to give everybody the latest status on Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency that seems to be prevalent amongst everybody out here in the international community as a currency alternative to their state-issued currency. We've got Bitcoin right now at $908.17 per Bitcoin. I don't know what the hell's going to happen in Bitcoin. This is a very, very fickle market. But I see possibly one more dip happening here in the Bitcoin market. It could, you know, possibly be a $100, maybe $150 dip. But then it's going to come back right back up because there's so many people getting involved with Bitcoin, and not just here in America. I mean, third world nations are getting into this and utilizing this as an alternative currency. You've got India, which has turned into a cashless society. And, you know, I was enlightened recently by one of the members in the Inner Circle that the reason that they're getting rid of cash is not anything nefarious as it pertains to tracking you know, purchases and, you know, being an overlord, or at least the government being an overlord of every transaction, even though that's the end goal anyway. He said that the reason they're getting rid of cash in India is because of a sanitary issue. I mean, people, I mean, literally, I don't know, I'm not trying to say anything against the people of India, but from what I understand, you know, these people aren't necessarily the cleanest. I mean, they're rationing water out there and limited natural resources. So, you know, when people are handling money, they're handling money with, you know, people that, you know, wipe their derrieres with their hands or, I don't know. I mean, it's a sanitary issue from what I understand, and I can't believe it. I mean, I'm like, whoa, what? Oh, man, what are they, wiping their ass with the dollar? I mean, what the hell's going on? I mean, good God. Anyway, folks, I don't mean to talk anything against India. I know that they're, you know, a budding economy. They're trying to get themselves recognition in the world market. But, man, I mean, that is a serious situation if you have to ban cash because of sanitary issues. It's just unbelievable. You know, that is just unbelievable. Anyway, folks, that, my friends, is the markets for your ass, all right? Anyway, folks, let me go ahead and get to everybody's, favorite part of the broadcast at this point in time. And I'm talking about Twitter shout-outs, folks. And, of course, if you want a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast, all you've got to do is go to my Twitter account right now, Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost, and retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account. And the tweet to retweet is True Capitalist Radio Live. That's True Capitalist Radio Live. If you retweet that tweet, I will give you a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast right here and now. Hey, engineer, do we got any Twitter shout-outs to be had out here? All right, well, let's go ahead and get to some Twitter shout-outs right now. All right, who do we got here? We got Exara Hawks in the house. The Smiler in the place, Pro Honky in the house. Who else we got going on over here? We got Squire Stocks. What's going on to Squire Stocks? Who else do we have here, for Christ's sake? We got Bean and Cheese for coin. BJ's for Bean and Cheese coins? BJ's for Bean and Cheese coins. Jesus. Damn it. I had to do a double take on that sick name. I had to do a freaking double take, for Christ's sake. Oh, my God. BJ's for Bean and Cheese coins. I've heard it all now, for Christ's sake. I've heard it all now. Jesus Christ. Give me the mic. Give me the... what the hell are you joking me? BJ's for Bean and Cheese coins? You gotta be joking. All right, listen. All right, okay, that's great. You got yourself a nice little Taco Tuesday, a little splice going on. I'm very happy for you. All right, I'm very proud of you. I know you're all like, yeah, I get it, yeah. Anyway, we've got Dr. Bristle in the house. What's going on? We've got the Norwegian Hambone, Red Lake Capitalist in the place. We've got 727 caller. We've got the Trans Eeyore. The Trans Eeyore, really? The Trans Eeyore. Is that Eeyore with a pair of balls on his chin, man? Look, that's enough. Shut up, all right? Sandwich 1, Ghost 0. What the hell are you supposed... Hey, shut up! I gotta eat! Hey! I'm gonna eat, man! I gotta have fuel to have the fury and the passion to do this broadcast. 3 hours I do this broadcast, man. 3 damn hours. Jesus Christ, don't you understand? I'm the hardest working man the internet today. I'm the hardest working man in radio today. No one, I guarantee you, no one can do 3 hours straight like this man right here. Give me the mic. Nobody could do it like this man right here. Don't you ever goddamn forget it. Anyway, we got the Keith Stoner in the house. What's going on? We got the Armadillo Bandit in the place. Jesus Christ, man. I can already tell this is you're going to try to taint the Taco Tuesday, aren't you, damn troll terrorist, aren't you? Aren't you? You're going to taint this Taco Tuesday, aren't you, Milky Liquors? Anyway, we've got Lifehouse in the house. We've got Smooth Capitalist. We've got Sirloin Swallower. You son of a bitch. Shut up! Shut the hell up! Sirloin Swallower, shut up! Why don't you just shut up, you you son of a bitch. Look, I gotta eat, you son of a bitch. You understand that? I mean, my body is a machine. I'm a machine and I need fuel. You son of a bitch. I'm a machine. I'm a machine. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Do you hear that? I'm a machine. I'm a machine. Anyway, let me calm my ass down, for Christ's sake. I'm getting too off keister here, for Christ's sake. We've got Popeye in the place. Look, I'm sorry I'm going off keister, man, but listen to these people. Listen to these people. We've got the Neon Knight, man. We've got Jerry Garcia. Trans Rambo. Did you put a pair of balls on Rambo's? You idiot. Shut up. We got the Brony Network, for Christ's sake. Who else do we got? We got a fake news TCR. Shove it up your ass. You shove it up your ass. Jesus Christ. Man, you guys are really coming at this crap. You really want to taint my Taco Tuesday, don't you? You guys really want to taint my Taco Tuesday, you son of a bitch. I mean, let me tell you something, all right? After what you guys have been doing to me for the past week and a half, since freaking you know what? Since Christmas Eve. Since Christmas goddamn Eve. You know what? Even before that Friday before the Christmas Eve, I remember it. I remember what you troll terrorists and cyber vermin did, and you have just kept it up, you know, over and 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 over again. I'm tired of it, okay? I'm tired of it. I mean, I'm telling you, just think, all right, you ungrateful internet twats. Just think for 1 second. 1 goddamn second that yours truly broadcasts 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. I broadcast on Christmas Eve. I broadcast on New Year's Eve. I mean, who does this? I mean, seriously, think about it in your head. Spark some synapses. Who does this? Who does this? A machine does this. You're goddamn right. A machine. I'm not a man. I'm a machine. I'm a machine! Who does this? Who does 3 hours a day, 5 days a week? I'm a machine! Let me calm down. I think I'm going overboard here. I'm sorry. I'm going overboard. But let me tell you something, folks. If you've been listening to the broadcast since Christmas Eve or the Friday before Christmas Eve till now, folks, you'd be going a little bit off keister yourself. I guarantee it. You'd be going a little off keister yourself. I guarantee it. Give me the mic. I'm serious. I'm not joking around. You would be going a little off keister now. Jesus Christ, man. Look, I'm only going to take a couple of more of these ridiculous goddamn Twitter shout-outs on this goddamn Tainted Taco Tuesday. Jesus Christ. Ghost still chugging. What are you talking about still chugging? Shut up. We got the trans cupcake. Are you kidding me? Oh, a pair of balls on a cupcake, you know? I mean, you will ruin the sanctity of anything, won't you, you transgendered whatever. I mean, oh, my God. And let's continue going. I mean, I'm only going to take a little bit more of this. For you folks that want a Twitter shout-out, anybody who's serious that wants a Twitter shout-out, please retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account, Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost. Please, I mean, come on. I'm tired of these troll terrorists and cyber vermin out here. Anyway, we've got Artron Havoc. We got Blake in the house. We got Robot Legs Forever. Oh, shut up. Yes, shut up and shut up. We've got Blasphemous Bastard in the house. Who else we have here? We got Attila the Wan. Attila the Wan? What the hell kind of Mexican slant is that? We've got Distilling Capitalist. Scarlet Moon Man. What the hell is that about? Scarlet Moon Man. Jesus Christ. We got the Base Lord in the house. What's going on, Base Lord? The Ann and the Wizard in the place. The Trans First Lady. Well, that goes without saying. All right, that goes without saying. Jesus Christ, man. Who else do we have here? We got Integra in the house. I'm only going to take a couple more of these because I'm looking at these. These are getting disgusting. You got Flamin' Nipple Chop right there. And look, there's Blood Fart. I haven't seen Blood Fart in a while. What's going on to Blood Fart? Light snow in Ohio. What the hell does that mean? What the hell does that mean? I don't know. We got Raiden Snake in the house. It's Tohu Tuesday. Shut up. No, shut up. TCR drive-through. No, don't listen to me. Don't even start that. I'll cut the show early on Radio Graffiti. You'll start that today. I'm warning you right now. I'm warning all of you right now. Y'all do that crap, I'm out. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Terminate beer cans. Okay, that's great. Oh, that's fresh. That's great. Bash TCA in the house. We got Godzilla. Drummer mooning. Drummer mooning? What the hell is that supposed to mean? What are you mooning? You're mooning while you're drumming? You know, you're bare-assed while you're drumming? I don't get it. I don't get it. We've got, who is this? We've got, I'm not saying that disgusting. We got Tanner England in the house. What's going on? We've got, what the hell? BJ's for Stevie Ray. You son of a... Leave Stevie Ray alone! One of the greatest guitarists! I mean, come on!
Calling the beautifully redesigned 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA simply a four-door coupe is like describing a world-class athlete as just a good runner. With its sleek profile and powerful turbocharged engine, the CLA offers agility and design that are unmatched in its class, and it's available now at an exceptional price. Why drive any four-door coupe when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA? Visit MBUSA.com/CLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Leave Stevie Ray Vaughan alone, man. That's the greatest guitarist of all time, and I know what you idiots are doing. You idiots know because I'm a Stevie Ray Vaughan fan that you're going to sit here and try to besmirch the man's name. You're going to get a little bit of a rise out of me, aren't you? Well, you know what? Shove it up your ass. I knew this. I knew this was going to be a Tainted Taco Tuesday. I have a feeling this is going to be a short show. I'll tell you that right damn now. I have a feeling that it's going to be a short show. It's going to be a short goddamn show, boy. Give me the mic. It's going to be a damn show. Anyway, we've got the trans Scrooge McDuck. Really? I mean, don't do that to Scrooge McDuck. No! Not to Uncle Scrooge, no! You sick, perverted bastards. You guys will pervert anything, would you? You guys will pervert anything. Jesus Christ. We've got Edgar Raines in the place. Genghis Wan. What the hell? Ghost on Caroline. Shut up, you stupid moron. Comfy.zone. What the hell does that mean? Bitch McConnell. Dormy Sweet. Waxworks for go. What the hell? I don't even know what you people are talking about, seriously. I don't really know what some of you people are even talking about with some of these names. And you know what? I don't even want to know. Stocks up by number 6%. Listen, I'm not even messing around. Y'all do that on Radio Graffiti, I'm out of here. This is not funny anymore. All right? You understand that? If I hear a goddamn drive-through, little stupid dumb troll, I'm out of here. I won't even do. I will cut this Taco Tuesday short. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, how about a ham sandwich? Yeah, that's great. Yeah, there's no kidding. Why don't we tell that to the Jehudis, huh? Hey, Jehudis, how about a ham sandwich? How about that? How about a ham sandwich? Chew on that, boy. Anyway, we got TC Capitalist in the house, King Edward Undead. Anyway, we are now in the second hour of the True Capitalist radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Before we get started, I would like for everybody to please spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, and we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio Show. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, if you have not done so, please follow me on Twitter, Milky Lickers. The Twitter name to follow is Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. Anyway, folks, let me continue going on here, all right? I'm only going to take a couple more Twitter shout-outs, and then we're going to move on with the broadcast, as we got a lot of things to discuss here. I'm talking a lot of things to discuss, so let's go ahead and go to it here. We got Jizzmaster 3000. There's the Whoremaster again. Oh, yes, I am the Whoremaster. Oh, yes. We've got Supa in the place. What's going on? The TCR engineer in the house. What's going on, man? We got Stevie Ray equals garbage. Boy, why don't you come down here to Texas and say that Stevie Ray is garbage and see if your ass doesn't get beaten to dog meat, boy. I'm telling you, come down here to Texas and say that. We got Sergeant Yoda in the place. What's going on to the Green Leader? Got Mark Montag in the place. What's going on, man? Who else do we have here? Listen, I'm only going to take a couple more of these, and that's it. So if you want it, you better get it. You better get it now. We've got SeaWorld Reno. SeaWorld Reno? What the hell? Who cares about SeaWorld? Oh, yeah, are y'all talking about those killer whales that died? That's kind of sad, you know? Usually killer whales live to be 100 out in the wild, but whenever they're, like, in that fishbowl at SeaWorld, they live to be like 12 or 13 years old. That's sad. That's sad. Everybody cares about Harambe, but what about Shamu? Don't Shamu lives matter, assholes? Don't Shamu lives matter? Just because they have the word killer in their names? What, they're just supposed to be just kind of secluded and dumped off as insignificant life forms? I mean, don't Shamu lives matter? I mean, come on, man. Doesn't Shamu's life matter? Does it or not? Anyway, let me continue going here. How about hacked by Russia? Hacked by Russia? Ain't nobody being hacked by Russia. Shut up. We got Buster Cherry. Oh, that's funny. That's just great. The trans sandwich. Did you put a pair of balls in a fucking steak sandwich? You. All right, that's it. No more Twitter shout-outs. No more Twitter shout-outs, you sicko perverts. I'm telling you, man, I'm tired. How many times do I got to remind you people? How many times do I got to refresh your memory that this right here is why we can't have nice things, man? I've had enough. I've had enough of Twitter shout-outs. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. I've had just about enough of this crap. Anyway, folks, look, I if you idiots want me to end this show early, you keep this up. I'm not joking around. You want me to end this show early, you keep this crap up. I don't need to be putting up with this crap, all right? I mean, I'm a capitalist, all right? I deserve the respect accorded that title. And a capitalist like myself, a man like me, cannot be made to look ridiculous. And you are making me look ridiculous. So I'm going to get out of here if you all keep this crap up. I'm not joking around. This is serious business. This show's serious business, and you people make a mockery of it. That's why nobody wants to be interviewed on this broadcast, because they're afraid that you damn troll terrorists and cyber vermin out here are going to disagree with whatever politics that they have or whatever views they have, and as a result, you people are going to go out and they think that you're going to go hack their goddamn hack their goddamn phones, that you're going to hack their nudie selfie pics and all this crap. Everybody's scared crapless. Scared crapless. And before I move on, I'm looking at Twitter right now. Bill O'Reilly is trending. Report, Fox News kept Bill O'Reilly's sexual harassment case quiet. Well, it wasn't that quiet. I remember it very vividly. It's just that Bill O'Reilly obviously had to come out the pocket tremendously to shut that stupid broad up, all right? And not that she was a stupid broad. She actually had a lot of evidence, stating that Bill O'Reilly was a sick, disgusting pervert. I mean, I read the deposition before it was actually pulled up because, man, Bill O'Reilly paid a lot of money to make that go away. But apparently, according to the docket, when I read it, this guy, according to this person who alleged that he sexually harassed her, he would call her literally giving himself a prostate massage with a vibrating object while, sitting here talking sexual nothings into the telephone to this poor young lady. So anyway. Let me go ahead and continue going on, folks. We got a lot more things to talk about out here, okay? First thing to first, 9 days left of Obama, and it just seems to go slower and slower. Isn't it going slower, engineer? It's going slow, man. It's going slow. And I want this guy out of here. I want him out. I want him out. Now, with that being said, I want to discuss a little bit about Donald Trump's economic news. Now, we discussed yesterday that Donald Trump met with China's Jack Ma, Jack Ma being one of the biggest, if not the biggest, businessman in China today. This was a complete bitch slap in the face to Mexico. And I said this yesterday, that since Mexico does not want to play ball with Trump, and they want to continue to sit here and act like a bunch of machismo assholes and not, play ball, because as I stated yesterday, and I've been saying for some time, Donald Trump could have utilized Mexico against China and turned Mexico into the new China. But of course, whatever they're feeding these people in their tortillas down there in Mexico, they've got this machismo complex that prohibits them from thinking rationally and thinking with common sense. So instead, what does the Mexican government do? It disrespects Donald Trump. It disrespects his particular olive branch, his attempt at trying to negotiate. And what did Donald Trump do last week? With a couple of tweets. With a couple of damn tweets, he was able to prohibit factories that were going to manufacture and move plants out to Mexico from doing so and staying right here in this country. I mean, he made so many plants stay last week with a few tweets that the Mexican president himself tweeted, Donald Trump is taking away jobs from Mexico. So that means more immigrants are going to come to America because they're taking away jobs. Are you kidding me? And let me tell you, aside from Donald Trump doing that to bitch slap the Mexican government, China decides to send Jack Ma. They send Jack Ma down there. You know what I'm saying? They send Jack Ma to Trump Tower, which is an unbelievable olive branch as far as I'm concerned, with all the face value saber rattling that the Chinese government is doing to America. I mean, sending Jack Ma to Trump Tower, I'm serious. I mean, that's the Chinese government bowing down. That's the Chinese government saying, okay, we get it now. We want to negotiate. We send in our biggest businessman over there. And that's what's happening. And what did Jack Ma say right after the conversation he had with Donald Trump? That he wants to establish 1 million jobs within the next 5 years in Midwestern America. And as I stated yesterday, Donald Trump is a businessman. I mean, I said a while back that if Mexico was smart, they would allow Donald Trump to use them as leverage against China. Because right now, as it stands, we have a $50 billion deficit with Mexico as it pertains to trading goods, meaning we buy $50 billion of their products, and they don't buy jack from us. I mean, let's just be honest, all right? $50 billion. Well, we have a $550 billion deficit with China. And this is annual. This is annually. This is how much money America is sending annually every year by purchasing goods from these countries. $50 billion in Mexico, $550 billion in China. Now, what Trump was planning on doing, I know this for a fact, he was going to utilize the leverage of Mexico and tell China that they could easily offset what we're spending $550 billion-wise for products in China and encourage businesses to move the means of production to Mexico so that it would offset a lot of the shipping charges and cargo shipping charges and freight charges that incur by shipping the goods from China to elsewhere across the world, specifically America, which consumes the majority of Chinese goods. Now, since Mexico doesn't want to play ball and want to be a bunch of machismo, burrito-eating idiots, Trump is finally starting to take a new strategic approach. He is now engaging with China, and now having Jack Ma there. Listen, I'm not trying to jock Jack Ma, all right? I mean, what I'm trying to do is trying to emphasize that this man going to Trump Tower, being flown from China to Trump Tower to talk to Donald Trump, is proof that the Chinese government is not as belligerent economically and even warlike as we may anticipate, or as they're trying to show for face value from their government. So, with that being said, folks, yesterday, as Donald Trump meets with Jack Ma, Mexico gets a slap in the face. I said it yesterday. You can go back in the archive. I said this yesterday. Today, right off the Drudge Report, Mexico miraculously now wants to deal with Donald Trump. All of a sudden, Mexico wants to miraculously deal with Donald Trump. I mean, it was one day to the next, folks, all right? One day to the next. Let me tell you something. Yesterday, all right, Vicente Fox, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, Vicente Fox, the former president of Mexico, he tweets out a picture of him and some other idiot Mexican bureaucrat giving the middle finger, okay? Giving the middle finger and saying, hey, Donald Trump, we're not going to build your effing wall, F you. I mean, that's what Vicente Fox tweeted out. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And now Donald Trump is like, all right, well, you don't want to play ball? Well, we can always negotiate with the Chinese, baby. It ain't no thing. And look, China knows better. I mean, they're just trying to show that they have, big egg rolls. I mean, that's all they're trying to show. They got big egg rolls. But in actuality, they know if Donald Trump curbs any of that $550 billion going to China in trade, their GDP growth, which is already dwindling as it is, could go down even further. And if it goes down even further, these damn Chinese are going to go ballistic because they pride themselves. They pride themselves on having 7% GDP growth on a consistent, substantial basis. They have had 7% GDP growth since the Great Leap Forward. And you see, we can argue that, a lot of that is artificial. They've had a lot of help from the West. They've had a lot of help from, I can go on and on. But inevitably, that's what they pride themselves on because that propped up 7% GDP growth gives the illusion that their system works. So if they go below that 7% GDP growth, they go ballistic. I mean, their hair falls out. So if Donald Trump, for whatever reason, curbs the $550 billion of American money going to China, I mean, it's over for China. I mean, their ambitions, their endeavors, their investment into worldwide investment properties. I mean, they're buying up Hollywood in America, buying up hotels. They're not going to be able to do it. So as a result, they send Jack Ma they send him to Trump Tower. I mean, let me tell you, Jack Ma has no business being in Trump Tower. I mean, that just goes to show you how desperate the communist government of China is. They probably forced Jack Ma and said, no, you go now. You go now. And thank God, because I was starting to get a little concerned about the Chinese economic situation. And it's very simple. I mean, all Trump has to do is say, look, China, you get $550 billion of American money. I mean, why don't you take $50 billion of that, $50 billion, and try to help create jobs in this country, or hell, throw $1 billion of it and give it away to American business to start their own ventures in this country, because inevitably the $50 billion that we shave off the top of the $550 billion, if you invest it or hell even give it away to entrepreneurs or build jobs in this country in America, they're only going to make more money to buy more Chinese products. I mean, it's a simple solution. So that's why they sent Jack Ma down there, and they were like, oh, yeah, no, you're right. You're right to Donald Trump. Yeah, of course he's right. And now Mexico, now that they see that they have no more leverage with Trump, now all of a sudden these idiots have decided to lay the rubber tortilla down and decided that they want to negotiate with Trump all of a sudden. I'm serious. You know what? The Mexican government should be embarrassed. You know what I mean? I'm not joking around. I mean, they should be embarrassed of themselves. They could have been the new mini China in the next 5 years. I mean, they could have eliminated their poverty by negotiating with Trump. He would have allowed the investment into plants being invested in Mexico if Mexico would have negotiated. They didn't. They didn't. So, Mexico, once again, you have had a date with destiny and you've screwed it up once again. Congratulations, you morons, all right? Go hit a piñata now and celebrate for nothing. How about that? All right, go put on your sombreros and get your goddamn tequila bottles with a goddamn worm at the bottom of it and sit next to a cactus and celebrate your stupidity. Anyway, folks, let me continue going here. My apologies. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that Mexico could have had everything, but they didn't. They wanted to play machismo, and now they're paying for it, and now all of a sudden they want to talk to Trump. They see Jack Ma going down there, renegotiations with China's going on. Jack Ma clearly said that China wants better relations with America. So I'm just saying. Anyway, folks, let's continue going on here. Miraculously, Mexico wants to deal with Trump after the Jack Ma visit. Small business optimism surges most since the 1980s. What have I told you? What did I tell you when I came back in March, April, May? I said that Trump wants to bring back the bastion of capitalism that was the American 80s. And if you didn't grow up in the 80s, well, by God, you were robbed of a very, very great time in American history. There was so much money to go around out here, it was pathetic. I mean, economic opportunities, jobs, disposable income. I mean, all you've got to do is take a look at the pop culture at the time, and it'll show you how much just piss-off money that people had in their pockets. It was a great time, and I have a sense that unless the Republicans and the Democrats try to do something to thwart the promises that Donald Trump made in the campaign, I think that we will see not just the 80s again. I think that we'll see better than the 80s again. And we'll see pop culture change accordingly because of the success of America. Because right now, what's pop culture? What is it? It's garbage, degeneracy, it's pimping hoes, busting caps, drinking 4-O's, popping Molly, sipping on lean. I mean, I can go on and on. I mean, that's what it's all about. Degeneracy, the appreciation of being an impoverished piece of garbage. I mean, you got welfare carols. I mean, a sign of the time, folks, an embracing of degeneracy. I mean, you can tell the sign of the times based upon the pop culture that you see during that particular time. And that's what we're witnessing right now. And on top of that, we're seeing the degeneracy of the hip-hop culture go even further down the tubes by having rappers now wearing skirts. I predicted this, folks. People that have been listening to me for a long time know that I predicted this back in 2008 and 2009 as a conservative. I predicted all this crap. I predicted that we were going to see rappers in skirts. I predicted that we were going to see oral copulation between two men across the street from an elementary school, and it was going to be protected by the First goddamn Amendment. Look at it now. I'm telling you, man, back 2008, 2009, baby. You know what I mean? I knew it. I knew all this crap was going to happen. And now look at it. We are in the position where we have to deal with this and the economic peril that we find ourselves in thanks to the political class that fleeced our country. We are $20 trillion plus in debt because these goddamn bureaucrats in Washington allowed our tax system to be fleeced by those that donated to their campaign contribution accounts. I mean, just think about it 1 second. If I, as a businessman, donate $25,000, $50,000, $100,000 to a given senator, a given congressman, and he miraculously or she miraculously negotiates a no-bid contract with my corporation for $2 million. That's how business works when you collude with the government. Did you see how that worked? I could donate $50,000 to ex-congressman, and that ex-congressman is going to go and try to add amendments to whatever bill to kick back a no-bid contract federally funded to me for $2 million. I mean, and this happens every single day. I mean, this is going business in Washington, D.C., and that's why the political class, the Democrats and the Republicans, are against Donald Trump, because he wants to stop this. He wants to put an end to this. He wants to put an end to the fleecing of America. He wants to put an end to the absolute robbery of the American taxpayer. He wants to put an end to this never-ending debt that we are never going to pay unless we boil down and realize that we've got to make a concerted effort to pay it. I'm serious, folks. I mean, we're in a precarious situation on all fronts, and we have to get political, and we have to get political quick. You understand that? We have to get political quick, folks. I mean, you have to participate in the political process. Let me tell you, I was going to write a book about how to be a capitalist, and I'm still going to write that book, but I'm in the middle right now. I've got notes right here on how to take control of the government. And I did an episode on this, but it needs to be put down in paper. I mean, I am going to put a how-to take control of this goddamn government. And let me tell you, it's not that hard to do whatsoever. We need 2 or 3% of the people of America to oblige what I'm going to write in this book to take control of the world. 2 or 3%. That's it. 2 or 3% of the people to participate in the party of their choosing. And you can take control of the entire government, period. I mean, I'm telling you, folks, once you control the party at the state level, let's say you control the Democratic Party. Let's say that you control the Republican Party. You can physically remove people from office. The party can physically remove people from office. I mean, and it's been done before, folks. You know, the Whig Party did this to Abraham Lincoln. What they did was to take Abraham Lincoln out of office. The Whig Party reestablished a platform to only have a term limit because of a rules change within the Whig Party. That's how they were able to remove Abraham Lincoln from office, because after one term they removed him out of a rules change. And I've said that a party's rules supersede federal and state law. The Republican Party and the Democratic Party's rules supersede state law. The federal government can't touch the parties, man. Because as I stated, under the First Amendment, what does the First Amendment say? The First Amendment says you have the freedom of religion, the freedom of speech, the freedom of press, and the freedom to peacefully assemble. Assembly. And you don't have the previous if you don't have an assembly. Do you get that? And you see, when you have a peaceful assembly and you've established yourself as an assembly, you and the rules and the platform of your assembly supersede the laws of federal and state laws. Do you understand this? That's why the Democrats couldn't be touched on their own Democratic primary voter fraud against Bernie Sanders. That's why the federal government couldn't touch the Democratic Party for their unscrupulous, uncovered corruption via the WikiLeaks documents. That's why the federal government couldn't touch the Democratic Party when they brought up a bunch of illegal immigrants to speak at their Democratic convention. Do you understand me now? If you and people that think like you, if you can convince other people to think like you can take control of the party. You can take control of the party at the precinct level, then you go to the state level, and then you go to the federal level. And you have to understand, at a convention, whatever convention, whether it's a state convention, whether it's a precinct convention, whether it's the actual U.S. Republican or Democratic convention, you need 65% of the damn delegates to take control of the chair. 65% of the delegates to take control of the chair. So that means that you could usurp power at the convention if you could convince 65% of the delegates to basically revolt against the chair. And that's what happened during the Never Trump filibuster on the floor of the Republican convention. Do you all remember that? The chair left the podium, and they had to witness and see if the Never Trumpers had a 65% majority to overtake the chair. They didn't, and then everybody moved on. I'm telling you, man, you need to understand that you want power, you want to take control of the country, you want to take control of the government, you want control of the laws, you want control of the taxpayer purse, you want control of what's going on in this country, you take control of these goddamn parties. You take control of these goddamn parties. And it doesn't take a majority to do it, man. We only need 2 to 3% of the American people to participate in party politics to change the world. To change the world. It's that simple. We just need people to participate, man. We just need people to participate.
Outside the office, you exercise, eat right, but being healthy shouldn't stop when you sit down at your desk. People say sitting is the new smoking. But what can you do? Check out VeriDesk, the original and easiest way to stand and sit while you work. It's simple and height adjustable with no assembly or new office furniture required. Find the size that's perfect for your desk at veridesk.com. Stand, sit, feel better. Go to veridesk.com and work the way you live. VeriDesk. Work elevated.
Anyway, I didn't mean to go off keister on that, man, but I think it's very important that we understand that it's very easy to take control of this country. We just got to go and do it. Anyway, let me move on here. Before I got on that tirade, I was talking about how small business optimism surges most since the 1980s, and thank God. Let's move on. Senator Jeff Sessions had his nomination hearing in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee today, and what a circus sideshow this was. Oh, my God. Aside from the planted protesters that God knows how they got in with KKK garb and, foam fingers and all this other crap, I mean, you had Cory Booker take an unprecedented move in, I think, Senate history, testify against his own colleague in a hearing for his potential nomination for Attorney General. I mean, you couldn't get any more sleazeball, racial politics, racial divisive nonsense than Cory goddamn Booker. And I hate to remind everybody of this, but once again, Cory Booker, a light-skinned black man. I mean, does anybody find a correlation here? I'm really trying to piss off the dark-skinned blacks because, listen, don't get mad at me. I'm just the messenger. I'm trying to tell you your own contradictions. You just fail to look at them and see them for yourself, all right? I mean, here is a light-skinned black, which, let me tell you, the reason I bring that up is because this is a genuine dissension within the black community. I mean, you can go to World Star Hip Hop right now and find a countless of videos, light-skinned blacks making fun of dark-skinned blacks and dark-skinned blacks making fun of light-skinned blacks. This is a divide within the black community itself. Yet, when it comes to politics and having people infuriate the black community with rhetoric and agitation, who are the first people to do so? As I stated, it's either white people in blackface like Sean King and Rachel Doziel and all the other fake black folk out here. It's either homosexuals like D. Ray McKesson and all these other effeminate black gay men that are trying to act like they're the mouthpiece for the black community, or it's light-skinned blacks multiracial blacks that, with all due respect, I mean, and I say this kindly to you dark-skinned blacks, do you think that they can truly identify with your strife? And if you answer no, then why are you allowing these light-skins to talk for you? Why are you listening to them when they go and say destroy your own goddamn neighborhood? Why are you listening to that? Why are you listening to freaking mulattoes if you don't like them, black folk? Why are you listening to effeminate gay males, all right, that are homosexuals if you don't like the fact that black folks are now correlated with the down low brothers? I mean, think about this, for Christ's sake. I don't want to go off another tirade about this, but you black folks, you need to wake up. Look at the people who are racially agitating your community, a bunch of mixed breeds. And I ask you, I mean, do you really want to go and destroy your own community and destroy your own black businesses at the whim of a white person in blackface, an effeminate black male who's probably afflicted with the AIDS, or a light-skinned black man, supposed black man? I mean, I'm asking you genuinely, black folk. I'm asking you genuinely. Anyway, the reason I went off on this tirade is because of Cory Booker over here. Cory Booker, unprecedented, testifies against Jeff Sessions in his hearing for being appointed the Attorney General, and just throws racial politics all over the place. And I just find it disgusting that, you know, I mean, how come I don't see dark-skinned blacks in these positions of power hollering racial prejudice? I'm serious. I'm not joking around. I mean, can somebody from the black community explain this? Listen, I know not everybody from the black community obliges this. I know this. But once again, a group is defined by its majority. And there needs to be black folks with level heads out there that are, you know, the essence of freedom and capitalism and the ideas of getting one out of the ghetto by acquiring skills, by working, by achieving. I'm just saying, man, I mean, you know, black folks, you need to wake up. You know, it's not the white man keeping you down. It's not the government keeping you down. And if you think it's the government, hey, asshole, we're just about to be done with a freaking black president that has been in office for 8 years with a black attorney general, 2 black attorney generals. I mean, what, if there's something wrong racially or with the law or law enforcement, hey, look who's in charge right now, black folks. It's all a bunch of light skins. It's all a bunch of light skins. So if you've got a racial problem, look in the mirror, buddy. Look in the mirror, black folk. It's all a bunch of light skins and a bunch of homosexuals that are telling you to destroy your own freaking communities and destroy your black businesses. Do I hear any black people at all? I'm sure they're out there, but their voices aren't very amplified. Do I hear black folks at all on a national scale calling for black folks to start their own businesses? Do I hear any voices out there on a national scale that has a decent spotlight telling black folks to go out and save money and possibly put it in the stock market, possibly put it in a property to save your money, to keep it in your community, to service your own communities instead of selling it out to the Asians and the Indians? Do I hear anything of that nature coming out from the black community? Absolutely not. All I hear from the black community is the organizers, which, of course, once again, white people in blackface, effeminate black males, or light skins agitating the situation so that these black folks can destroy each other. And that's why I personally believe that these people are leading black folks in a path to hell, in a path to self-destruction. Now, getting back to Jeff Sessions' nomination hearing on the Judiciary Committee, what Cory Booker did is the exact same thing. I mean, how come I don't hear a genuine black man say any of these agitation accusations? It's always effeminate black men or it's light skins. Anyway, folks, let me move on. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to say this because this is an issue within the black community. If you go on World Star Hip Hop, there are countless videos of dark-skinned blacks making fun of light-skinned blacks, you know, so on and so forth. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I am saying, all right? Anyway, let me continue going on here. Cory Booker, once again, unprecedented, testified against his own colleague in the Senate. And once again, Cory Booker agitating racial politics when this man is a mixed breed, you know, a light skin. And I'm just highlighting that to the black community. You don't like to be self-reflective. You know that? And you know the proof. You know where the proof in not being self-reflective is? I'll tell you. The killing of Malcolm X. All right? Because let me explain something to you folks. All right? What happened to you is that you had a moral leader attempt to try to facilitate knowledge and facilitate a moral sense of self in Malcolm X. He's trying to tell you not to drink the alcohol. He's trying to tell you not to philander around. He's trying to tell you to be a man and raise your children. He tried to tell you to keep your black money in the black communities with black businesses and black homes with black money. And I mean, you couldn't get a better leader for the black community. And what happened to Malcolm X? What happened to Malcolm X? You killed him! You black people killed him! So I'm just saying, all right? I'm just saying it's not like you haven't had voices in the past that have tried to redirect you in a new direction. You just don't want to self-reflect. And that's what's sad. And that's why whenever I see a dumbass black youth wearing a Malcolm X shirt or a Malcolm X hat in one of these Black Lives Matter protesters, I'm telling you, Malcolm X would send the Nation of Islam to beat the balls off of you during his prime if he saw you doing such a thing. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I don't mean to get off on that tirade, but Cory Booker coming out and testifying against Jeff Sessions, that was a joke. Utter joke. I mean, I can't believe that they're throwing everything but the kitchen sink at the Trump administration. I expect to see the same type of crap in the Tillerson confirmation. Excuse me. I expect to see this kind of crap again. And don't think that those protests in the Sessions hearings weren't staged. You know, this wasn't some kind of Scott Foval situation or something of that capacity. Anyway, let me move on, folks. Once again, today Jeff Sessions was grilled in his nomination hearing by the Senate Judiciary Committee, and I think it's sick. Anyway, have you heard, folks? The extreme right, the anarchists have vowed to start a riot at Trump's inauguration on January 20th. Oh, that's just great, isn't it? That's just great. A bunch of anarchists who want no government want to start a riot just because, I don't know, it's Donald Trump's inauguration. And you know what's sad about anarchists is that these anarchists don't even understand their own political philosophy, you know? I mean, I've talked to many anarchists, and they don't know who the hell I'm talking about when I name the names of Pierre-Joseph Proudhon or Bakunin or the Haymarket Martyrs, that sort of thing. And what I don't understand is if you're going to be an anarchist and you're going to be so devout in your political philosophies, how come you don't know anything about it? Because if you knew anything about it, you would realize that the methodology in which modern-day anarchists are approaching the anarchist debate with the government is not the way anarchism was first developed. And as I stated, for you anarchists out there, just go ahead and read these people. I'm sure these books may be a little bit too big for you, and it's a lot easier to just to go out and, you know, cause civil unrest and burn cars in the street and that sort of thing. But read the books, read the literature of Pierre-Joseph Proudhon, read the literature of Bakunin. These were the godfathers of anarchism. And they wanted to utilize the current infrastructure to infiltrate it, to make it go away. And to be honest with you, I mean, we can go back to the First International, okay? The First International, folks, I know the communists want to claim that it's theirs. It wasn't theirs. The First International was a kind of like a convention, kind of a collaboration of all the alternative political thoughts coming together to exchange ideas. Yeah. In those philosophies, you had petty bourgeoisie socialism, you had anarchism, you had a variety of different philosophies. You still had monarchs. A lot of people converge in the International. But it was Marx. All right, it was Marx that basically isolated every other philosophy and overtook the International as his own. And this is written in the works of Pierre-Joseph Proudhon. This is written in the works of Bakunin. If you anarchists care to even freaking read about the things that you're actually committing violence for. Proudhon talks about Marx being a intellectual diabolical maniac. I mean, Bakunin says the same goddamn thing. And you see, this is where communists get their first inception of the dictatorship of the proletariat as defined in the Communist Manifesto. Now, the reason I bring this up, folks, is because I can tell you from experience, because I know and I've read all the works of the political philosophies from anarchism to communism to socialism to monarchism to mercantilism, you name it, I've read it. And if you're going to die for something, if you're going to commit violence for something, the least you could do is have an idea on what the hell you're talking about. Yeah? Now, the reason I say this is because we have a threat from the anarchists. We have a threat from the anarchists that they are going to cause a riot at Trump's inauguration. And this doesn't even make any sense in conjunction with anarchist theory. Because the traditional anarchists would just try to stand and speak. Let me take you back to Chicago. I believe it was late 1800s in the Haymarket of Chicago, Illinois. Haymarket, no longer there. There was a few anarchists there that were on soapboxes. That's why you get the term soapbox, because, you know, people used to stand on a soap wooden box and speak to people in an attempt to try to galvanize a small group to recruit them for like a church or a political philosophy or something of that capacity. Snake oil salesman, same shit. Excuse my French, sorry. Anyway, Haymarket had these anarchists sitting there talking, speaking, and at the time we saw a lot of radicalism at the turn of the 20th century because it was kind of a really stagnant time economically in America. I mean, that's why Leon Kozlov shot President McKinley, bringing in Teddy Roosevelt as the president. That's how freaked out it was. People were so desperate, and it was a very weird, precarious time. That's what really caused the assassination of William McKinley. Now, getting back to the Haymarket situation, there was a secret private law enforcement force called the Pinkertons. The Pinkertons, folks, you need to read about these guys. These guys were like the CIA or kind of like a private mercenary force. A private mercenary force for hire for anybody that had the highest bidder. And according to reports, people that were within the Haymarket weren't really appreciative that these anarchists were on their soapboxes and dictating their anarchist philosophy. So the story goes that the Pinkertons moved in on these anarchists in the Haymarket, and it was said that the Pinkertons threw a small bomb into the crowd in the Haymarket, purposely around Chicago police and innocent people, and blew up. Okay? That's when they blamed the anarchists themselves for conducting this particular terrorist activity, which by all accounts was not the anarchists. But they were put to death, okay? These anarchists were put to death for this bombing, and that's why they call it the Haymarket Martyrs. And, you know, I know that people call May Day a big day for communism, but May 1st is also a big day for anarchists because it is the day that the Haymarket Martyrs were executed because they were set up as a bombing suspect during the Haymarket bombing situation. So anyway, the reason I bring up this history and anarchism, I have yet to hear anybody of these any one of these anarchists bring up any of these issues. And if you're not going to bring up any of these issues and then still call for civil unrest, civil disorder, all this other nonsense, then what kind of credibility do you have, you stupid, uneducated anarchist? I mean, what are you doing? If you're just causing civil unrest for civil unrest, you're no better than these wild Yehudis that are out there going into Europe right now, which Europe accepted these Yehudis with open arms, and instead of just living a civil life amongst the people that allow you to go into their country, you decide to go and cause civil unrest like a bunch of freak shows. I mean, it's pathetic. It's utterly pathetic. So for you anarchists, listen to me. The reason I also wanted to talk all this history about anarchism is to show you scumbags that I know way more than you about your stupid philosophy. That's why I challenge any of you anarchists, communists, socialists. I'll challenge any one of you to come to my show, and I will make you look lower than a leprechaun's nutsack about your own freaking philosophy. And I know this on an intelligentsia scale. You know, so for you all to sit here and try to chest up and try to cause civil unrest and threaten riots at Donald Trump's inauguration, why don't you kick up some knowledge? Because you can't. You can't. I know more than you about your own philosophy, boy. And I'm a capitalist. And believe me, I've been around the internet a long time. I used to like to go into voice chats and talk politics, man, back in the late 90s when they first introduced voice chat and Yahoo chats, and then there was Fire Talk. You know, there were all these different voice chat communities that were happening. And legitimately, I would convert communists into capitalists because I knew more about their own stupid philosophy than they did. I would convince anarchists to become capitalists because I knew more about their stupid philosophy than they did. And when you make somebody who thinks they know so much about a subject, make them look so ignorant about it, that's power, baby. That's power. And that's why you're not going to hear a communist call up and try to debate me about communism. That's why you're not going to hear an anarchist call up and debate me about anarchism. Hell no, they're not going to do it. Hell no, they're not going to do it. So that's all there is to it, man. I have been a staunch anti-communist for a long, long time. A staunch anti-anarchist, all this anti-radical crap. So anyway, without any further ado, let me move on. Keep your eye on this situation January 20th. These anarchists are planning a riot on the inauguration, and I hope there's some people on the Trump train that are there, you know, to protect the situation, to say the least. I'm serious. Anyway, let me continue going here, folks. All right. We've got Julian Assange. He's been making this is the second this week, the press conference. He had one on Periscope. He had another one on Twitch taking questions from Reddit. And once again, he is underscoring that not only is Russia absolutely not the source of his information, but he's now making the accusation that Obama is now purging and destroying public records. Purging and destroying public records. Oh, really? Oh, I'm serious. I'm not joking around. I wonder why he's, doing some destroying of some public records, huh? You're having some late-night shredding sessions, I'm sure, huh? Obama? Huh? You got something to hide, boy? I bet you got something to hide. I'm telling you, I know for a fact that these Democrats are worried that they could be potential prosecution situations waiting to happen. I mean, there's so much corruption that has come out with this WikiLeaks data dumps. And let me tell you, I know for a fact that there is a lot more data coming out here in the next couple of weeks as it pertains to WikiLeaks data dumps. So stay tuned, folks. It ain't over yet. It ain't never over until the corruption is completely gone. And we've only put a crack in it. We haven't completely uncovered it. We haven't completely destroyed it. And that's why we have to continue. Just because Donald Trump is elected president doesn't mean the fight is over. You have to stay political. You got to get political, and you've got to continue to be political. And that's why, folks, I am trying to write like a madman, trying to write this book on how to take control of the damn government. And I'm talking, it's a step-by-step. I mean, even the most simplistic person can get this book and start participating in the political process. I'm telling you. Anyway, folks, once again, Julian Assange is having repeated back-to-back news conferences, not only underscoring that Russia is not, and I repeat, and I've said it throughout the summer, WikiLeaks' source of the information. And I'm going to say it one more again, just to reiterate, the source of the information for the WikiLeaks data dumps is not only internal DNC members that were disgruntled, but also internal factions of the intelligence community that disseminated the information to WikiLeaks itself. And I'd like to remind everybody that for you folks that are trying to figure out why the hell the intelligence community gave this information, you have to take in consideration that this bureaucracy, this government, these assholes in Washington, D.C., have been trying to fund this surveillance state that we now find ourselves in. And what these bureaucrats thought they were going to do is have this surveillance state so that they can be our overlords, so they can know all our dirty secrets, so that they can spy on us whenever they can. But what they didn't anticipate is that the folks that grew up in this technology, those that understood this technology, those that helped develop the technology, those that helped write the technology, weren't going to just sit there and allow a bunch of dumbass, know-nothing, meaningless, say anything for a campaign contribution account bureaucrat be the overlords of information. And what the people that are in charge of this digital coup did is they used the surveillance state that the bureaucrats paid for, and we turned it against them. And I'm warning each and every one of you bureaucrats in Washington, D.C., mark my words, you keep being corrupt, I can guarantee you information about you will be disseminated and be brought out into the public. I'm not joking around. I'm not kidding around. I am warning each and every one of you bureaucrats in Washington, D.C. today, if you think that you're going to continue to go on as business as usual, if you think that you're going to continue to be corrupt pieces of trash, if you think that you're going to continue to sell out and fleece the American people, I'm warning each and every one of you in Washington, D.C. We have information on each and every one of you pieces of trash. You thought that because you helped fund build PRISM, you helped fund build DARPA, you helped fund these projects, that what? The people that develop them were just going to let you have them? I mean, did you not watch War Games, you stupid, ungrateful idiots? Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, folks, I'm just saying, once again, the government needs to realize that what you people think is happening isn't happening. And what's happening is that factions within the government, people that help create the infrastructure of the surveillance state, have literally turned the surveillance state against you bureaucrats. And that's all there is to it. So you can cry Russia, 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 Russia all you want to. But inevitably, you know and I know the truth. And the reason that they're saying Russia is because they don't know the motives behind the intelligence people that are actually disseminating the information. But I know the motives. And it's to eliminate you sorry sacks of corrupt crap. Anyway, let me move on, folks. We are now in the third and final hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Once again, I want to thank everybody for listening. Please follow me on Twitter. The Twitter name to follow is Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. And, of course, if you haven't added to your favorites or your bookmarks, go ahead and do so. The official website of the True Capitalist Radio Show, it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost, all right? Now, folks, we're running out of time here, and I do want to get through the rest of the agenda. We were talking about how Julian Assange says that Barack Obama is destroying public documents right before he leaves office. And not to mention, folks, you know that this little get-together that Obama's having tonight, aside from it being a party for him, he's raising money. He's raising money. I mean, this guy's not running for anything. He's raising money. You see what I'm saying about these goddamn soulless bureaucrats, folks? You see what I'm telling you about these disgusting, filthy, bureaucratic pieces of trash? They're raising money. Raising money.
Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit MBUSA.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
9 days left in his presidency, and the guy needs more money. I mean, you understand that this man was the first candidate to raise $1 billion, over $1 billion in 2012, and in 2008 he raised like $900 million, and he's raising more money. What a scumbag. I'm telling you, get this idiot out of office already. Get out, Obama! Get out! I'm sick of looking at your stupid Taliban marathon runner-looking body. Get out! I'm sick of looking at your AIDS-infected-looking face, your power-bottom-looking face. Get out! I'm tired of Barack Obama, folks. I'm sorry. I'm tired of this guy. I'm tired of him. Get out! I want him to be a bad memory in American history. I want him to be a black mark in American history. God damn it, no pun intended. No pun intended. I'm sick of it. Jesus Christ. let me move on, folks. We ain't got much time here. Did you hear in Twitter news, family of Americans killed by ISIS are going to sue Twitter for being a weapon of terror? Well, you know what? It's about time. No kidding. Put Jack on the goddamn, on the freaking stand out there. Put him under fire. Put him under oath, for Christ's sake, Jack, that piece of crap. Why is it that Jack would go and suspend alt-right people that are Trump supporters, harass those that were in opposition to his ridiculous far-left progressive fruit bowl politics, and yet allow ISIS to have communications through Twitter, allow ISIS accounts to show beheadings and show operations and all this strategic crap? It's about time. It's about time that somebody, and I'm glad it's American families that have lost family members to ISIS that are suing these pieces of trash. All right? I hope they sue goddamn Twitter into oblivion. I hope they sue you into oblivion, you piece of crap. And we need more of this, too. I mean, they should go after Zuckerberg. They should. I'm not joking around. All right? I mean, if you're going to leave stuff up, leave it up. All right? Don't be selective as it pertains to what you're going to leave up and what you're not going to leave up, you sorry sack of crap. Because let me tell you, I think that this is a great case for the folks that are suing Twitter, and Twitter's going to have to negotiate. They're going to have to settle out of court. I mean, if not, they're going to be sent to trial, and it's going to be a bad day for them when it comes to the settlement process, or I should say, what is awarded in a trial. Anyway, once again, folks, we've got families of Americans killed by ISIS suing Twitter for being a weapon of terror. Thank God. I'm telling you, screw you, Jack, you piece of crap. Anyway, speaking of ISIS, folks, Turkey continues to accuse U.S. of supporting ISIS. Once again, Turkey accuses the U.S. of supporting ISIS. Of course. I mean, they helped the CIA support ISIS, so of course Turkey knows that the United States supported ISIS. Aside from supporting him, they aided, they funded, and they armed these people. It's about time that we get out of this la-la land little daydream that ISIS just popped out of the sky, when in actuality, this is a CIA NATO operation being directed by these people. Can we stop? Can we stop being a bunch of kids? Can we stop being a bunch of morons and realize that ISIS is an American CIA creation? Even Michael Flynn, General Michael T. Flynn, has said this many times, that Barack Obama made a knowing decision to arm, fund, and train ISIS. And if anybody knows this for a fact, it is General Michael T. Flynn, the former director of the DIA, all right, which is the Defense Intelligence Agency, which is the CIA of the Pentagon. If anybody knows, it would be General Michael T. Flynn. So can we stop the pussyfooting around and finally acknowledge that this government, Barack Obama's government, Hillary Clinton's government, this Democratic government, armed, fund, and trained ISIS? Turkey is finally starting to come out and say it. Turkey is finally starting to come out and say it. I'm serious, folks. I'm glad. You know what, Erdogan, you know what you need to do if you're listening? I'm sure he does listen, because I was the one who called his fake coup. Anyway, you know what you need to do, Erdogan? You need to come out with the evidence, boy. You need to come out with the evidence. You need to come out what you know about Benghazi. Because I know that your government was gun running guns from your country to the outpost in Benghazi. Benghazi was not a consulate. It was not an embassy. It was a CIA outpost to distribute guns to the wild Yehudis. It was an outpost to distribute guns to the wild Yehudis that ended up becoming ISIS, folks. Why do you think they wanted to redirect the story when Benghazi happened and blame it on some ridiculous 2-bit B movie? I mean, do you understand me? This is why, folks, we have to stop with the charade that ISIS came out of nowhere. We funded, trained, and armed these people. We funded, trained, and armed these people. And let me tell you something, Erdogan. If you have any information, put it out now. Put it out now. Jesus Christ. Anyway, once again, Turkey continues to accuse the U.S. of supporting ISIS. No crap. Anyway, let me go ahead and move on to another subject matter. Trump's win has inspired the country of Hungary to plan on cracking down on all of George Soros's non-government organizations. I read an article yesterday that was titled, The World is Crumbling Down on George Soros, and he's blaming everybody else, or something to that capacity. I mean, George Soros's world is crumbling down. He's blaming everybody. I mean, it's time to go after Soros, baby. It's time to go after this war criminal. It's time to go after Soros. Once again, after Trump's win, the country of Hungary plans to crack down on all of George Soros's non-government organizations. I wonder where George Soros is going to run now. I wonder where George Soros is going to run now. Hey, George, where are you going to run to now? Hey, George, where are you going to run to now? Screw you, George Soros. Couldn't happen to a better scumbag. Couldn't happen to a better scumbag. You know, I'd like to know what George Soros would say right now. I mean, what would George Soros say? He's such a confident, cocky bastard. I wonder what he would say. You know?
Yes, I am not happy that Hungary is going after the George Soros non-government organization, and I am not happy about it at all. I am a good man. I go and I give money out to everybody, and they don't like it. They don't like how I give my money out to everybody, and the reason I do so is because the world is mine. Everything is mine. I don't care if Hungary comes after my NGOs. I don't care. I am too big to be defeated. Everything is mine. What is Hungary? Hungary is nothing. Hungary is nothing without George Soros. Hungary is nothing. It is a little country that is nothing. It is nothing compared to George Soros. George Soros is hungry. That's right. George Soros is hungry, because Hungary is mine. Everything is mine. The world is mine. The EU is mine. Everything is mine. And I'm telling you all right now that you will not destroy George Soros. I should have died years ago, but I'm alive because the world is mine. I'm not going anywhere. I am going to continue with my open society, and I will continue to infiltrate other countries. And remember, I've got a little son, my son Alex. My son Alex will continue if I am no longer on the earth, but I'm not going nowhere. I will be attached to a machine if necessary, because the world is mine. Everything is mine. I don't care if they put my brain in jar and put probes in my brain so I can still communicate with everybody. The world is mine. I'm serious. That's how George Soros would
basically, react to such a thing. And be on the lookout for his son, Alex Soros, which, believe it or not, he's even a bigger jerk-off than George. Because remember, this is a rich kid, all right? This is a rich kid. So just imagine being the freaking Soros seed out here, and you're just born into just, everything is yours type of mentality. Anyway, last but not least, I want to go into this subject matter really fast, and then I'm going to go into radio graffiti here. I want to talk about this study, all right? Now, this was a study that was done, I believe, in the UK, but I'm sure that pretty much reflects what's going on here in this country, probably is universal amongst the West. It was a report out of Youth Index. Near half, I'm talking half of young people have so many, quote, emotional problems that they can't focus. Oh my God, isn't that sad? So many young people got emotional problems that they can't focus. I can't focus. Shut up. They have so many emotional problems that they can't focus. What about a good swift kick in the ass, you ungrateful little twats? I mean, here, I'm going to rub my two fingers together. You hear that? You hear that? I'm rubbing my two fingers together. That's the smallest violin in the world playing a freaking a sad song for your ass right now for all you young people. I got so many emotional problems. I can't concentrate. I can't focus. I can't focus. I don't know. I mean, give me a freaking break, you young people. Give me a goddamn break. With all due respect, you young little piece of trash, the majority of you have everything that you want. I mean, you've got video games. You've got computers. You can go outside. You're eating steaks. I mean, you're out here, you've got a freaking fast food joint on every freaking corner, for Christ's sake. I mean, I could go on and on. And you mean to tell me that you've got so much emotional problems that you can't concentrate? I bet you took a good beating. You concentrate really fast, boy. You understand that? I bet you had a pretty good beating. You'd be able to concentrate really fast right away, wouldn't you there, boy? And that's what the problem is, in my personal opinion, That's what the problem is the emotional problems. You want to know what the emotional problems comes from? It comes from not enough me, I, my, me, I, my. And when they don't have enough of that, all of a sudden they want to have an emotional problem. Oh, I've got an emotional problem. Oh, I don't like it. It's not enough me. It's not enough I. It's not enough my. You know what you idiots need? Come here. Give me my belt. Give me my goddamn belt. You know what you stupid, ungrateful millennial pieces of ungrateful turkey tit trash need? You know what you need? You need a goddamn trip to the woodshed. You stupid, supposedly emotionally basket case, dumbass little spoiled brats. You need a trip to the woodshed, and I'll turn your ass into a man, boy. You sorry sack of ungrateful crap. Take that there to your video games. Take that there to your goddamn internet. I ain't made a man of you yet, boy. And I'm telling you, that's what all you goddamn little young people need. That's all you goddamn young people need. You need a goddamn beating, boy. I'll give you something to cry about there, boy. You want emotional problems? I'll give you a physical problem. I'll give you an emotional problem, you sorry sack of crap. I'll give you something to cry about. I'll give you something to go ahead and sob about. I'll give you something to be depressed about there, boy. I'll give you something to be depressed about, you little emotionally unstable little twat. I'll give you something to be emotional about. I'm telling you, man, this goes out to all you stupid little twats that want your little me, my, I. That's for you. How you like that? That's for you. How you like that, dear boy? Jesus Christ. I'm telling you, man. I'm sick of this crap. I'm sick of these little twats now, man. I'm telling you this right now. I don't like what's happening to the youth of America. What a bunch of ungrateful me, my, I bunch of crap. I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, man. I'm sorry. I'm sick of it. I mean, now we got a study that's going to, it's going to put substance to these little bastards, huh? I'm sure they're going to print this out on their printers and say, Mommy, Daddy, look, I've got emotional problems, and that's why I can't focus. That's why I can't learn. That's why I can't do nothing. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, folks. I'm sick of this crap. I'm so sick of this crap. I'm not even joking around. I'm so sick of these little twats. Listen. I'm sorry I have to say this, but man, you young people are a bunch of spoiled little twats. And if I were your daddy, I would beat the living bejesus out of each and every one of your asses. I'm not even joking around. I've got emotional problems, so I can't focus at school. I can't believe we're going through this. I can't believe that we're even legitimizing these little brats, you know? I can't believe that we're legitimizing these little brats. I got emotional problems. I need help. I need mama. I don't know what else to say, folks. I'm sorry. I tried to be as compassionate as I possibly can as it pertains to, this younger generation. I'm talking the teen generation. I'm talking about the teens. I mean, at least the 20-somethings, they may have been some stupid twats when they were teens, but life has slapped them upside their face, and now they got to go out and work, or they got to deal with life, They got to deal with real life and not living with mommy and daddy and them taking care of them all the time. I mean, you dumbass little teenage twats, you know that at some point in time that you're going to have to, at some point, pay for your own clothes, pay for your own shoes, your own games, your own car and transportation, your own housing. You're going to have to pay for your own cell phone, your own internet bill, everything, okay? And your little emotional problems that you got right now, you're not going to have time to do that, because if you do, you're going to end up on the street like a goddamn hobo sleeping under a goddamn underpass, for Christ's sake, because you're too worried about your emotional problems. Jesus Christ, I'm so sick of you stupid little twats with your emotional problems. I'm serious. I'm not joking around. I'm so sick. I'm so sick of you kids and your stupid emotional. But what the hell do you have to be emotional about, you stupid twats? Huh? I mean, unless you're put into a room by yourself and you're sleeping on a hard floor, and unfortunately you don't have running, you don't have any kind of running plumbing, so they, put a bowl there so you could shit and piss in. And you've got absolutely nothing to watch, nothing to read. I'm serious. I mean, if you're kept as a prisoner, well then, yeah, maybe I understand your position, and maybe you need to call some authorities to get you the hell out of there. All right? But if not, shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry for cursing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but God damn it, you stupid dumb teens, shut the fuck up. Good God, man. I mean, good God. You're not even paying for it. Give me a mic. You're not even paying for anything. You're sleeping under mommy and daddy's roof. What the fuck are you so complaining about, you ungrateful twats?
Oh, I'm depressed. I don't know, man. I just have emotional problems. I can't focus.
You want to know what that is? That's an excuse. That's an excuse to justify why you're so fucking ignorant and stupid. Excuse my French, but that's just an excuse, you little twats. That's just an excuse.
I just so emotionally unstable. I don't know.
Shut up. Just shut up and just stop complaining. Unless you're out there on the streets, unless you're having to go and do some nefarious things to get a meal, unless you're goddamn struggling, shut up. Seriously, just shut up. I'm tired of hearing complaining little teenage twats. Shut up.
Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit MBUSA.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing. Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit MBUSA.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
And you know what? For you damn teenagers that are out here still complaining, bitching, moaning,
I have such a bad life. I need more attention.
You know what happened to you? You want to know what happened to you? I'll tell you what happened to you, all right? You had your little stupid mother and father, which, with all due respect, I would be more than happy to punch your father and to kick your mother in the panocha for producing such a emotionally unstable, spoiled brat like yourself, all right? But I'm going to tell you what your damn family did to you, okay? I'm going to tell you what you've had. They gave you all the little pussy pampering to ingratiate your stupid, useless, complaining personality. And for some reason, because mommy and daddy ingratiated this, endorsed this, condoned this, you think because mommy and daddy maybe give you half-ass little attempts at attention whenever you're like, meh, me, my, I, me, I, my. You know what your parents did to you, stupid little teenage twats? You know what your parents did to you? Hey, engineer, throw on the damn wood chipper. Throw on the wood chipper! This is what your parents did to you, stupid, dumb, completely dumb, ridiculous, mindless, ignorant teenage twats. Put on the wood chipper. Your parents did this. All you teenagers right now listening, your stupid, dumbass, ungrateful, spoiled parents did this. Throw those kids in the wood chipper. Throw them in the wood chipper. There you go. Go in the wood chipper. Your parents did this, you teenage twats. Your parents did this for making you a goddamn spoiled, ungrateful brat that knows nothing. Your parents did this. Your parents did this. I hope you're happy with yourselves, teenagers. I hope you're happy, you ungrateful little twats. Your parents did this. That's right. All right, shut it off, engineer. Shut it off. I'm just trying to tell you, damn young people, grow up, all right? All right, listen. I know that your mommy and daddy put you on a pedestal and think that you're the center of the universe, but with all due respect to you teenage twats, no one cares about your effing problems, okay? You don't have effing problems because you're still living with Mammy. And I don't care how difficult it is to live. Hey, we were all there, all right? All right, we were all freaking there. You stupid, dumbass idiots. I'm sick and tired of it. And listen, I'm done with this crap. Listen, it's like talking to the wall, talking to people that are teenagers nowadays. It's like talking to the wall. I mean, have you seen them? Their mouth breathers are like, yeah, no, yeah. I mean, just Jesus Christ. Look, I'm done with this crap. All right, you know what? I spit on you teenagers that are claiming to have emotional problems, that are too emotional to focus. I spit on you and your stupid, dumbass emotions. I spit on you and your dumbass, I have emotional problems. I can't focus. I need help. Well, then get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. Sick of these freaking kids. Freaking attention whore America. You know what? Attention whore America. Sick of these goddamn and you know what the bad part about it is? These teenagers are so stupid and ignorant and pathetic that it doesn't matter what kind of attention they get anymore. They're so starved for attention, it doesn't even matter. It could be sympathy. It could be anger. It could be betrayal. I mean, it doesn't matter. Just freaking attention whores, for Christ's sake, man. Look, I'm done with this crap. Anyway, let's move on. You know what? You teenagers that are too emotional to mentally focus, I mean, why don't you do something about it, all right? Why don't you go take a long walk off a short pier, all right? Why don't you do something? Because I'm sick of hearing excuses, all right? You know what I mean? This is not a world in which excuses are going to get you paid. This is not a world in which excuses are going to get you anything but, slapped in the mouth and laughed at because you're an obnoxious idiot, especially if you're a man doing this. If you're a man doing this, then it's even worse because you're a pussy, all right? You're a pussy, all right? So, unless you're waiting for Donald Trump to grab you there, which will never happen, get up, get out, and get something, you stupid, ungrateful prick. Anyway, folks, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to everybody's favorite part of the broadcast, and I'm talking about Radio Graffiti. That's right, folks. Radio Graffiti, the part of the broadcast where the spectators become a part of the spectacle. All you got to do is give me a call right now at 563-999-3791, and all you got to do is, when I call on your area code, you got exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind. That's why we call this Radio Graffiti. All right, now we're going to clear out a couple of these lines here so that you folks that are just wanting to call in right now, you can go ahead and do so. So go ahead and get in while you can. The phone lines are basically packed. I'm trying to get a couple of them free, so just in case you may want to call in and partake in today's Radio Graffiti, you'll be able to do so. So without any further ado, let me go ahead and take a couple more of these people off of the queue here so we can get some more of these people calling up and get some new callers. Once again, 563-999-3791 is the number to call. Do we have any Radio Graffiti callers, engineer? All right, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into some Twitter shout-outs. Right, no, Twitter shout-outs, it's Radio Graffiti time, for Christ's sake. You see, talking about these little teenage emotional twats has discombobulated my brain. Now I can't even focus. You see how that is? I mean, the stupidity and the emotional instability of these stupid dumb tards out here in teenage wasteland is being goddamn contagious, and now I can't focus. Anyway, let's get to Radio Graffiti right now. All right, who do we got here? We got Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Nigga, bitch, nigga, fried chicken, nigga, watermelon, nigga, bitch, nigga, white women, titties.
Wait, just shut this up. Come on with this crap. Come on with this crap, man. That's racist, and you're going to get me pulled off the air. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Nigga, bitch, nigga.
Look, shut up with this crap, man. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
My name is Cleveland Brown.
No, we're not going there. As a matter of fact, we're going to go ahead and ignore all the unavailables below that one. All right, go ahead and hang up all the unavailables below that one, engineer. All right, we're clearing stuff out here. We're bringing in new callers. All right. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti?
Hello.
Helen Keller deaf. Yeah, well, you know what? You're Helen Keller deaf mutant, so shut up. How about 630 Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost, I got a story for you today. So I was at the club the other night and saw this girl sitting by herself looking all sad and into her drink and everything. So, feeling a rush of confidence after striking out a few times over the night, I decided to go over and start chatting her up. I bought her some fruity vodka drink and found out her name was Nellie. She ended up coming with a friend who abandoned her for some Alabama black sing. So I stayed and comforted her for a little bit while we started knocking back drinks and talking. And so we go out on the dance floor, start dancing, things start getting hot and heavy, and she drags me out to her car at the end. So we start making out in her car, and she goes to work in my pants, and she says this is really one of the two things she's been needing. And I ask her what the other is. She leans in and whispers, I need about $350. So that's when I started looking closer and noticed this cute girl was actually a 500-foot-tall dinosaur from the Paleolithic era. And I said, God damn it, Lockface Moss.
I mean, man, I should have known by the disingenuousness of this idiot's story, because anybody who actually scores isn't going to talk like that. They're going to be like, yeah, so I got this broad, Anyway, we got 410 Radio Graffiti.
I'm Gus Baby Buns. I want a number 6 with extra dip through my butt crack.
Yeah, that's not. That's a horrible attempt at the internet butt stalker. Yeah, that was horrible. You sound a little too nasally there. A little too nasally. 214 Radio Graffiti.
I used to keep beating my grandmother.
Look, shut up about my granny. Don't talk about my granny. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
My name is Cleveland Brown.
No. Hang up those anonymous under that one. Hang up the anonymouses under that idiot. How about 474 Radio Graffiti?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on?
What's up?
Well, I mean, we could kind of hear you. It sounds like you're calling from the inside of an ass. So maybe we might want to get out of the ass and call back, and we can hear you a little bit better without the echo. How about 813 Radio Graffiti?
My name is Cleveland Brown.
Holy crap! Stewie, you killed him. He's dead.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What are we going to do? Oh, poor Cleveland.
It's all right, Lois. He's in heaven now.
Oh, that's horrible. That's oh, God. That's horrible. I mean, why would you add the chip noise? You son of a bitch. You racist son of a bitch. You racist son of a bitch, man. Oh, God. Give me the... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
My name is Cleveland Brown.
What are you talking about? We just killed you. You're dead. We killed you. You're not alive. You're dead. We killed you. Anyway, who else do we have here? How about 352 Radio Graffiti? Oh, shit. Oh, Christ. Oh, Christ, no. Get away.
Pounds of flesh!
What the hell do you want?
I have the shiniest meat bicycle! Who wants the first slice?
You son of a bitch. Shut. Damn it. I mean, what kind of fans are you that want me dead? Now I got fans that want to chop me up with a freaking chainsaw, you sick pricks. Give me the mic. Jesus, you guys are getting sicker and sicker, but what else is new? What else is effing new? Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on?
Not too bad, man. I just had, like, the craziest fucking day today.
All right, what happened?
Wait, hold on. Oh, shit.
What the hell was that? What's going on with you? All of a sudden, you hung up? What kind of crap was that? Sounded like there was a big vibrator going up his orifice, and then he just disconnected. I don't know what the hell that was about. How about 360 Radio Graffiti?
Hello, Ghost.
What's going on?
Yeah, hey, I was walking down somewhere in Texas, and I think I heard someone whipping somebody in the woodshed. Are you a child abuser?
Oh, shut up, you stupid moron. It sounds like you need a trip to the woodshed to get some damn manly dominance in your voice. How old are you? Well, you hung up already. I was going to say, how old are you, for Christ's sake? You better not be in your teens or tweens, because you should be at least a little bit more bass in that voice, for Christ's sake, there, boy. Why don't you try practicing there, all right? Why don't you try practicing? Why don't you do one of these vocal exercises like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, mi, re, do, that stuff. Anyway, 570 Radio Graffiti. Yeah, Helen Keller, deaf mute, for Christ's sake. 443 Radio Graffiti.
Super Smash Radio Graffiti.
This is True Drive-Thru Radio. True Drive-Thru Radio.
I am your host, the freaking drive-thru they call Ghost.
The badass of taking orders. Give him orders or give him death.
This is Chicken. This is KFC. This is Mickey Casey's. All right?
Live from a local drive-thru restaurant in San Antonio, Texas.
number 45, one with King, two number 9.
Now he'll take it from here. The man who gives his fans lots of food.
Look. Let's stop this now, okay? I mean, this is a horrible Taco Tuesday radio graffiti. You should all be ashamed of yourselves. You know that? You should all be ashamed of yourselves. I mean, I almost want to take a somber exit out of this broadcast because it sucks. I mean, this is harshing my mellow, to say the least. Good God. I'm going to take a couple more. If not, I'm out of here, all right? I'm out of here. Anonymous radio graffiti.
Nigga fried chicken, nigga watermelon, nigga bitch, nigga.
See what I'm saying? Here we go again, for Christ's sake. Here we go again. 915 radio graffiti. Yeah, man, that's like so 2011, man. Come on, man. 435 radio graffiti. Man, this is bad. I mean, you know, this is horrible. This is bad. 269 radio graffiti.
Ghost Baby, something you did earlier really turned me on. Can you spank me if you're dong in the woodshed, please?
Yeah, oh, Jesus Christ, with this freaking crap. Anonymous radio graffiti.
Yo, my nigga, let me get 2 number 9s. Don't be playing with my food, my nigga.
Oh, here we go with this guy, for Christ's sake. You know what? Wait a minute. You stay right there because I mean, what do you think? I don't know. What do you think? I think it's about everybody's time for everybody's favorite part of the broadcast. It's Guess the Minority! That's right, folks. Guess the Minority, everybody's favorite game. Go ahead and put your guesses on what ethnic minority this person is right here on the telephone today. It's everybody's favorite game. It's Guess the Minority. So go ahead and put your guesses right now. Let's go ahead and get back to the call, shall we? All right. Now, are you there, sir?
What's good, my nigga?
All right. Are you... Let me explain this. Who starred in Menace to Society? What was the crazy black man's name in Menace to Society?
Which one? Got Darren Williams.
The crazy black man's name that was in Menace to Society. The guy who enters the scene.
Who enters
the first scene of the movie.
I don't know. The fuck
yeah,
I know
exactly.
About
He's white. He's a white cracker ass cracker. Get him out of here! That's a cracker ass cracker. The answer is O-Dog. O-Dog. If you would have been black, you would have known that like that. I have yet to meet a black person that has yet to, especially a thugger, all right, ever sit here and not know the answer to that question, all right? O-Dog, baby, O-Dog. Jesus Christ, how can you not believe? I mean, first of all, how can you be black and not know that character? How can you be black in America and not know O-Dog, baby? Jesus Christ. Anyway. Jesus Christ. It's O-Dog, you dumbasses, in the chat room. It's O-Dog. It's not Loke Dog. Loke Dog. Oh, my God. You see, that just goes to show you how cultured I am. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I'm a cultured man. I mean, I watch John Hughes movies. I watch the, who directed Menace to Society? The brothers, the Hughes brothers. Yeah, I think it was the Hughes brothers, right? See, I'm a cultured man. All right? Anyway, who else do we got here? We got, how about 205, Radio Graffiti?
I'll have 2 number 9, number 9, Lord, a number 6, go extra tip, a number 7, 2 number.
You know what, you son of a bitch! You missed him! You missed him, you dumbass! Look, I'm telling you, and I'm warning you, man, I'm not putting up with this crap anymore, man. I'm telling you. I'm glad there's only 12 minutes left in this broadcast. I'm glad. Give me the mic. I'm glad this show's only 12 minutes. I'm looking at the damn Inner Circle chat. They're confusing Menace to Society with Don't Be a Menace in South Central while drinking your juice in the hood, made by the Wayans brothers. I mean, those are two completely different movies. Of course, the Wayans in that movie is called Loke Dog, okay? I'm talking about Menace to Society by the Hughes brothers, baby, all right? Jesus Christ, his name was O-Dog. Do you understand? Hey, listen, I am Mr. Black People, all right? I mean, why do you think I make such criticisms of the black culture? I know more about black people than black people do. I know more about black people than black people do. I'm Mr. Black People. Anyway, let me continue going on here, all right? And I hated the character that played Trey in Menace to Society. He was definitely indicating in his acting. I didn't like it one bit. I mean, his last name in real life was Turner. Was that Tina Turner and Ike Turner's son or something? Because, I mean, who the hell gave that idiot the main role in that movie? Jesus Christ. Who else do we got here? We got Anonymous, Radio Graffiti.
Can I get a number 9 large and 2 number 45, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7 with extra cheese?
No, but you can go directly to the gay show because you sound like a fruity-ass fruit bowl gay bastard. Jesus Christ. How about, Jesus Christ, who else do we have here? I'm trying to look down. How about 410, Radio Graffiti?
Yeah, baby cakes from like a drive-thru because I'm open all night, baby buns.
Man, why are you all doing this, man? Seriously, why are you all doing this? 505, Radio Graffiti. 505, you there? I just heard you just talking, for Christ's sake. What, now you're scared? You were just like waxing your carrot. What happened? I can hear you breathing, you fat jelly ass. Say something, you stupid moron.
Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit MBUSA.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing. Calling the beautifully redesigned 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA simply a 4-door coupe is like describing a world-class athlete as just a good runner. With its sleek profile and powerful turbocharged engine, the CLA offers agility and design that are unmatched in its class, and it's available now at an exceptional price. Why drive any 4-door coupe when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA? Visit MBUSA.com/CLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
I tell you, you know what? Your mother should have her tubes tied, and your father, should be put on the phone so I can tell him what type of dildo faggot's crap popped out of his nutsack. Get him off the line! Get him out of here! Good God. Anonymous, Radio Graffiti.
We will not die. We won't stop until you give our Chinese chat room of the year.
Yeah, you see that? You can't even say a sentence fragment without stumbling over your own tongue, for Christ's sake. Were you from Tiny Chat? It figures. Jesus Christ. Anonymous, Radio Graffiti.
Dear TCR.
More Helen. Shut up. You're too late. Get faster. Anonymous, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, this is Moon Man. I usually don't care about the business operations of fellow Triple K Mafia members, but because you are now competing with McDonald's in the drive-thru business, I must beat your cripple fat ass. KKK.
Yeah, shut up, you stupid Moon Man. You come over here to Texas to do that, and I'll beat your digital ass and put your voice right back in Stephen Hawking's voice box where you belong, you sack of crap. Anonymous, Radio Graffiti.
Ghost, is that you? This is me. I'm your biggest fan, the Nature Boy. Woo! Ric Flair, and I have arrived on the grandest stage of them all. Wait a minute. This isn't WrestleMania.
Hey, wait a minute. Get this. Just shut up. Get this wrestling fetish idiot out of here. Get him out of here. Like watching around a bunch of muscle-bound men wrestle each other around in each other's underwear in a squared circle, for Christ's sake. Give me a break. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
I'll have a number 9, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. That's just great. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Enemy spotted.
Oh, Christ, no! Get away! Get away! I'm armed! Get away!
Fire in the hole. Counter-terrorists win.
Hey, man, that's not funny. Seriously, that's not funny. I hate when you idiots try to make these little jokes about me dying. That's not funny, ass crack. Anonymous, or 937 Radio Graffiti.
Can you hear me? Hey, Bassett, I need to tell you a story. I need some help with something.
All right, hurry up. What's going on?
So, I met this girl and I was eating her out, right? And suddenly I tasted.
Yeah, I can already tell you're lying your ass off, for Christ's sake. Whenever somebody goes, I was like doing this to this girl, right? And right. I mean, whenever you're saying the word right after you say something, you're lying your ass off because you're trying to subconsciously tell yourself that you're saying the thing right. All right? It's a little FYI for you liars out there that just don't know how to lie very well, you stupid, ungrateful pricks. 214 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, I have a legitimate question. It's about politics and what's going on.
What's going on?
Okay. So, do you think Donald Trump is going to blow whoever's running China?
I mean, that you obviously went all through that. Oh, wait a minute. You're gonna freaking hang up. Call that asshole back. Call him back, for Christ's sake, man. I'm sick of these stupid, dumb twats ruining my goddamn Radio Graffiti segment. Call him back. Jesus Christ, man. What, did you put the phone off the hook there, boy? Did you put the phone off the hook there, boy? Answer the phone, boy!
Hello?
Hey, what the hell kind of troll was that, you stupid little sorry sack of trash?
Hello?
Hey, I'm asking you a question. Either answer or I say your number over the damn show right now.
What do you mean, say my number? Say my number. Fucking say. I'll say it my goddamn self. 214-734-6468. Who's going to call? Ghostbusters? Shit, we'll have a number. We'll have a party. 214-223-1551. There you go. Who else wants some? You want another one?
Wait, who is it? Is this the are these the Kira kids?
No.
Oh, the Kira, not now! I mean, haven't y'all grown up, for Christ's sake? It's the Kira kids! It's the... Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Oh, my God. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, what are you taking today, my nigga?
Sirloin sandwich.
Here you go, buddy.
Oh, no. My stomach hurt. Bad sandwich. Oh, no.
Jesus Christ, Ghost, you better stop eating that much butter. Next time you better take some number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, number 7 to number 45.
You goddamn African booty scratcher! Goddamn it! Screw you! Screw you! Ah, damn it! You goddamn African booty scratcher piece of crap! How dare you? Who is that guy? Who is that guy? want to know who the hell this goddamn African booty scratcher is, for Christ's sake. Who in the hell is this guy? Good God! Give me the mic. Jesus Christ, man. Did you all hear that crap? Who the hell is that goddamn African booty scratcher piece of crap? Who is that guy? I want to know, who is that guy? Jesus Christ, man. What a joke. What a joke, Radio Graffiti, on this tainted Taco Tuesday. Jesus Christ. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Hey, sorry I stumbled and mumbled earlier. I just wanted to say we won't stop until you give our tiny chat room of the year 2016.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Can you sound any more fruitier? Can you sound any more fruitier and, like, unsure of yourself? You know, your freaking father should be neutered. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Fred, check out this ghost guy over here. Oh, yeah, he sounds a bit like a ape. Big fat hairy ape. Hey, ghost, go back to the zoo where you belong.
Oh, my God, that was a horrible fat-in-the-ass laugh, man. We could hear the fat in your windpipe, for heaven's sake. What the hell was that? Good God, that was disgusting. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Benito Ghostini. Hey, I am Bernie Sanders, and you know something, Ghost? I'm going to go ahead and rape you.
All right, Bernie, that's enough.
Come over here and take your underwears off.
That's enough, for Christ's sake.
Come over here and sit on my apple.
Christ, no! Get away! Get away!
Sit on my apple. Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, yeah, Ghost, you're loose. You're loose down there. Oy vey, the looseness. Oy vey. Oh, yeah, you love Uncle Bernie, don't you? Keep going with that loose ass. I got something for you. I'll give you something for free. Keep contributing. Here you go. Oh, you hurt me. I didn't like that last clinch you did there, Ghost. Oh, my God, you hurt Uncle Bernie. Oh, my God, you hurt Uncle Bernie. Oh, you chipped my apple. Oh.
You son of a bitch, Benito! You son of a bitch! I hate you! I hate you! I freaking hate you! How dare you, you son of a bitch! That's a sick, perverted splice! That's a sick, perverted splice! I can't believe you! What kind of sick trash was that? Screw you! Yeah!